Hello, and welcome to another episode of Feel Good Friday, powered by Restream. Thank you guys so much for hopping in. We are live on LinkedIn, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all of the platforms, thanks to Restream. I see a few people rolling in here early already. Jay, welcome to the party, brother. Adi, welcome to the party. We are just getting started. Got a brilliant night loaded up for you. Please do stick around. I'm going to go update a couple links while you guys are hanging out. Say hello if you're dropping in the chat. Let me know you're here, and happy friggin' Friday. Welcome, Adi. And Enrique's already over here. Doesn't even need the raid. I'm gonna go take care of a few quick housekeeping things, and then I'll be right back here with you guys. Yo, Ronan, hooking up that raid. I see you, brother. I see you and appreciate you so much. Thank you, Ronan, for coming in here with the rest of the party. Usama is in here in the mix. Gotta love it. Oh, what? Here, let me turn off the... My bad, Enrique. I see you were timed out for for something from the bot. Yo, hello, everybody. I've got a couple admin things to take care of. I'm gonna go share this link and share the event. If you could, please like and comment on LinkedIn or reshare it so we could get some extra love over there. But I will be right back in 2 seconds. I'm gonna go update. Oh, here we go already. Here we go already. Jackie Curly dropping the bits. Love you guys. Thank you, Usama, for hopping in here. Adi, Jackie, everybody that's with us. Drop a quick hello. Let us know you're here. And I will be right back after I alert everybody that's in this event. Yo, I'm gonna update that Nightbot mod. All right, I just disabled the... All right, folks, I just disabled the bot. You should be able to drop your emojis without getting kicked out. Ginger Badges in the mix. Welcome, y'all. It's Feel Good Friday, and we are throwing down. Welcome to the weekend. Damn. I don't know why these... Here, I'm going to turn all of these Nightbot things off. All right. We are in libertarian mode. You should be able to do... Sorry, guys. So I just added the Nightbot, I added a new alert overlay, and we now have donations. So you guys will be discovering all kinds of things. If you hit !tip, that should bring up our oh geez, maybe not. Yo, I thought I set these up properly, but I guess not. Well, there should be alerts for the tip link if you do find it. This is where I could use a legit mod here, but welcome to the start. We're just getting started. Let me drop this link real quick. I still have not done that in the event. All right, gonna post this real quick. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We have all kinds of fun new stuff here to test out. I think I've turned off the Nightbot for some stuff. And the custom commands I thought should be working. So if you go ahead and type !tip. Yo. I think I turned it off, Nick. I turned off all the disabled filtering. Yo, Usama's in the mix. Tamika's in the mix. Welcome to the party, y'all. Let me update our fellow folks here that we are officially live. Give this a little love on LinkedIn or let us know that you're here. I can't see until you say something. I believe you should be good. So the emojis are intentional on the screen. That should be working. There should be commands for the Discord, !Discord, !tip, and !donate. But we'll see how that goes. All right. Promise I'm getting this posted. Damn, it's hard to multitask. Welcome to the weekend, y'all. I see the room already loading up. The alias you set this command to be of does not exist. Damn. It's supposed to be Nightbot, but Stream Elements has a few things. So this is technically what it's supposed to be sharing. Or if you're on the Twitch channel, there's a donation panel. Not a huge deal, but discovering a few new things I set up are apparently not working. But welcome to Feel Good Friday. Let's get it. Okay, so it works for the Discord. Yo, did you guys see that? It works for the Discord, but not for the donations, so no worries. Welcome to the party regardless. Glad to have you. Welcome, Usama. Welcome, Jinja Badja. And our Restream bot is hooking up everybody over on LinkedIn. Jay Stansfield. Yeah, Nightbot is a little grumpy today. This is also the first day, so we're ironing out some kinks. Let me turn off the alias. And then let me see if this works. And it doesn't even matter. You guys don't need to tip. Yo, Jackie Curley dropping the love. Hey, we fixed it too. Yes. So supposedly if you use the donation instead of, oh shit, here we go. Here we go. My boy Tommy. Yeah, Tommy dropping some love. He has just dropped a gifted subscription to our man Jacob Schwer. Yo, Tommy.
You're a beast.
You're a beast, brother. You are a beast. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We have a legit lineup. We have a little bit of marble racing kicking off in like 20 minutes or so. And then we have some legends of LinkedIn hopping in here. Oh boy, here we go already. Ginger Badger dropping another gifted sub. Let me get back to here. Wow. It's already starting. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you so much. I am essentially dealing with a few new things here, but yo, Jeanette, we are ready to rock and roll. If you are here, yo, it did come up, Tommy. I believe so. I saw the gifted subs. Yo, there it is again. Wow. So, Jeanette, we do have some rave-ish vibes going on. I'm sure the people that are not ready for it are gonna be peacing out of here real quick. But for the troopers that can survive, let us know where you are at, and we can essentially, oh my gosh, Ginger Badger dropping another gifted sub. Bro, you're going crazy tonight. Much appreciated. So we do have some new things tonight. We have the night bot, which should be good. Yo. And what Claire Davis is mentioning, the subscriptions are actually over on the Twitch side. One of the beautiful pieces of Twitch is you can subscribe to a channel. It's a paid subscription per month. And what Tommy has been doing is hooking up some gifted subscriptions to other people in the community. So if you are interested in hopping over to the Twitch side, you might be able to get in on some gifted subs. Let me turn this audio off. Yo, another one. Jacob dropping some cheered bits. So all of the cheers will pop up. Claire is a little unaccustomed to the Twitch world, but essentially what we've got set up is, oh man, amazing. Here we go. Enrique's dropping some cheers already. Thank you, brother. I'm seeing the love come through. Thank you, guys. It's essentially just a way, Claire, if you're curious, or anybody on LinkedIn, if you're wondering what's going on, they've just made brilliant ways for supporters and viewers to support the stream. And I don't know what is happening over here on all of these cheers. Oh, wow. Enrique's already dropping the love. Thank you, Enrique.
You're a beast.
You are a beast, brother. Jay Stanfield is getting his cheers in over on LinkedIn. He doesn't even need Twitch. So if anybody is curious, welcome to the party. Enrique is still showing the love. Thank you guys so much. We're just now getting started with Feel Good Friday. Welcome to the weekend. Let's have a good time. Thank you to Jackie Curley showing more love. The cheers. Oh my lord. Ginger Badger. Yo, Ginger Badger showing some love. Hooking up another gifted sub. Thank you so much, brother. Welcome to the weekend. So grateful to have you here, Tommy. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Wanna P. Thank you so much. It looks like Tommy is the one that hooked you up with that sub, Wanna. Welcome to Feel Good Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, let me know how you guys are feeling. Let me know where you are coming in from. We are just firing it up. Thank you so much, Jeanette, for joining us. Thank you, Jacob, for the cheers. Gotta love it. If anybody... Oh, wow. Enrique dropping more cheers. Thank you for the support. Everybody over here. Amy Leanne in the building. Yo, what up, Amy? Good to see you here. Thanks for hopping in. Looks like we are rocking and rolling as Enrique is just cheering his life away. Jay says, I'm guessing Twitch is the hip place to be. You guys let him know. Let him know where what the drill is. But as of right now, Jay, we are trying to convert people over to the Twitch just because the LinkedIn can get funky and there's all kinds of extra features here, including the marble racing game, which we can only do from Twitch in a little bit. But grateful to have you regardless. If anybody is curious to join the Twitch channel, you can actually, let me pull this up. Welcome to the new world. The new world of Twitch is essentially one of these things that it's super simple to figure out. If you do hop over there, I promise you it's not as intimidating as you probably think it is. So it's worth the hop. Yo, the magic man on the screen, Claire. I am just barely putting this stuff together in time. I was actually working on the stream like to the minute, trying to get these new alerts and overlays set up. But it looks like everything's working. If anybody, oh my gosh, Ginger Badger!
You're a beast.
Yo, Ginger Badger, our boy Tommy, is hooking up some paid support over there. Gotta love it. Jeanette, if the LinkedIn is acting funky, let me drop the link, or if anybody in the anybody from our family can go over to LinkedIn and drop the Twitch or bring people over here. I apparently cannot access what the F, what I thought I needed. Enrique dropping more cheers. Let me see if you guys want. I don't care at all. I'm deeply appreciative of everything you're dropping. There is a donation panel set up. If you use /tip or !tip, that's actually going to be a slightly better way to support the community, and your message will show up live on stream. Oh boy. Ignore the dog barks. Here we go again. Here, let me get these pup out of here. Gotta love it. The dilemmas of streaming. Chica. Oh man, every time, it seems like every time I fire up this stream, the dogs are out barking at something. They stay silent for hours, and then always, as soon as I go live, I start stressing about this. But no worries. Let me know how the stream is doing on your guys' end. Happy freaking Friday. We're just getting started. And thank you so much. There's a few things getting moderated in the chat. My apologies. I'll get that censorship updated, but essentially we have 10 minutes till we're firing up some marble racing. Interactive. All of the family on Twitch is gonna be rocking and rolling. Rebecca Pay has hopped over to Twitch. Alicia Schwer in the building. Gotta love it. Look at all these beautiful people here. Jay says the chair looks comfy. It is fairly comfortable. I could definitely use the upgrade though. I spend far too much time in this chair. That is for damn sure. Wow. Schwer is already ahead of the game trying to play, and we are not quite there yet, Jacob. Everybody on LinkedIn, I see you hopping in here. Drop a quick little comment if you're here with us. Would love to know who is in the mix. We can't see who's actually watching. I can just see the view count until you say something. So all you LinkedIn lurkers, I'm calling you out. Just say a little something. This first half hour is to connect with other people here in the community, or to convert over to Twitch if you want. So rather than just lurking, you could get in on the action, and we'll be getting it fired up here in a second. Yo, thank you Enrique for the cheers, Jackie Curley for the cheers, and Tommy with multiple gifted subs right out the gate. Ronan mentions the new overlays look good. We've got indeed some new overlays that are technically working. It looks like the alerts are working. The tip/donation one should have a text-to-speech message. So if anybody wants to send a message live on stream, you can use the tip donation, and an emoji explosion that triggers. So that should be something you can test the waters with. Jay, if you are a little Twitch curious, we can fire that up right now. There should be a link in the LinkedIn side if you want to convert over. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Feel Good Friday. Give me a little hello. We gotta know you're here. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Damn! Bringing in the war horns. Jackie Curley. Yeah. Jackie Curley dropping the first ever Beast No donation. Thank you so much, Jackie. Appreciate your relentless support from the start. I love you guys so much. I'm not sure if the text message came in. Dang. Was there a message attached to that? I'm not entirely sure, but I will make sure that is set up. Gotta love it. This is amazing seeing the new alerts work. The new family is hopping in and growing, and I appreciate y'all so much. Gotta love it. Dang, this is amazing. Let me know how everything is going on your guys' end. I'm not sure if you attached a message to that, Jackie, but I will make sure Your love is known and appreciated. Jackie Curley dropping the first ever Twitch donation, or I guess technically it's just its own donation. And it's connected to the Twitch. Thank you so much for doing that. It is brilliant to see it actually worked. And it looks like there just wasn't a message attached. So gotta love it. Thank you so much, Jackie Curley. Was just making sure anybody that does donate it, when you attach a message to the tip, it will read out loud on the actual stream. It'll read it if it's over $3 is the threshold. But just testing it all out. No worries or obligation. It should take a sec. It also takes a couple minutes. So the cheers and the subscriptions are automatic, like in like 3 to 5 seconds. The paid donations and tips will pop up. Like I think it takes like 30 seconds or a minute whenever the transaction clears. So there's there it is right there, baby.
Keep it up.
Oh, yo, you know what I just did? I got so excited I put off the war horn for Ginger. I didn't even hear it. So here is his donation message.
Love you, family. Love your boy Tommy Ginger Ninja. Keep it up.
Does the messaging work, or was it double echoed? Uh-oh. Just a sec. We are fixing this in real time. I realize the mixer needs to mute to the stream. All right, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Now it was doubled. Okay.
Love you,
there it is, baby.
My BRO. Love Tommy Ginger Ninja.
Yo, there we go. Now I think it's working. Yo! Let me know. All right, last time. Oh my gosh.
Love you, man. My BRO. Love Tommy Ginger Ninja.
Yes! You guys, it works. Sorry for the shenanigans. But this is amazing to see. Yo, Kevin Logan dropping the love. Yeah. Yo, there it is. Okay, you guys do not have to do that at all. I love you so much. I was mostly just technically curious if it was gonna work. But Tommy's gonna overdraft his bank account here if he keeps it going. So thank you guys so much. There's zero obligation for any of that. But anytime you are curious, drop the exclamation point tip, and that should give you, yo, there he is. Jay made the transition over to Twitch and is dropping the follow. Thank you so much, brother. Gotta love it. We are officially...
Last one, you're clearing me out, LOL. Hope this goes to the bar, and I love Tommy Ginger Ninja.
I am loving this, you guys. Thank you, Tommy. Before you overdraft your bank account, please do not throw any more in there. I appreciate you. Without any of this support, you've been one of the most amazing supporters of these streams, as well as so many people here hanging with us. And I cannot believe it's already been 30 minutes. Let me fire up the marbles game. Just a second here. Yo. The Borifier, Theed Borifier. What a cool name. Welcome. Yo, brilliant to see you guys hopping in here. 1 second while I fire up the marbles game. I will be up right back in 1 second, as long as the stream doesn't crash. Pray into the stream gods. I'm gonna open this game and hope we're all good. Let's find out. Be right with y'all in a sec.
Okay, love you and THR family. Last one for the turkey and love. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. Keep rocking it, Trav. Celebratory hands in the air. Celebratory hands in the air. Celebratory hands in the air. 100, 100, 100. Love ya, heart.
Yo. Yo, I just heard all of the stream celebrations. My screen is all black right now on the stream software, so I am praying everything's all good. But I just heard some amazing love coming through here. Let me see real quick what that was. That was Rebecca Pay dropping another fat donation. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Yo, these are amazing. Ginger Badger with another donation. Guys, I can barely get this game up here. Let me get the stream going. Let me get the marbles going. We're gonna run out of time here tonight. You beautiful people. Standard maps, community maps. All right, folks, we are going in a second. Jacob Schwer dropping a 420 tip. Rebecca Pay dropping an 11. This is absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for testing those out. All of these donations are going to the Beast Node Community Fund. What we're doing is putting together a fund similar to like an endowment for a nonprofit to support either these streams with games and prizes and leveling up the production, or people within our community that need support either with gear or any potential family or personal support. That's all of this is going to that. So thank you guys so much. Know that your support is appreciated and going to a very good purpose. So I'm gonna get this started before we run out of time. Let's do 1, 2, 3.
Okay, love you and last one. It's my kids' retirement fund, even though I don't have one. Lol. Love yours.
Dude.
Only true. Ginger Ninja.
Damn, Tommy, the Ginger Ninja. I love you, bro. I love you. Another 420 coming in hot. This is insane. Good Lord, I love you people. I can't even get this game started. We are gonna run out of time. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 5 races. Oh, except I don't want that one. And we will be going in a second. Max number of players, 100 something. All right, folks. We're officially going in for the marble races. Oh,
okay,
my
last one.
Lord.
Cause I enjoy IT. My community.
Are you kidding me, bro? Tommy, you need to chillax, bro. You need to chillax. And I don't even know what's going on, but this is amazing. So anybody, we are significantly late to start our marble racing, but we are essentially setting up a marble racing game. Please type !play exclamation point play. If you would like to participate in the marble racing, again, if you want to join, you have to do this every race. Go ahead and type, Jesus, exclamation point play. I see Patty over on LinkedIn.
Last one. We need the barn and need to get my over to America.
Dude, this guy is on another level. Tommy,
You're a beast.
you are an absolute beast, brother. I love having you here in this community. We are gonna fire things up this year. So anybody that wants to hop in here, Patty, I see you over on LinkedIn. Kevin says he'll never convert over. Patty, thanks for hopping in. I appreciate you jumping in to catch the replay. Teresa, I see you. I see you showing some love over on LinkedIn. Thank you so much. Oh my
last one, loads
gosh.
of love. I am done 30.
This guy is in. I love how it translated XXX to 30. Jackie Curly, drop it some bits. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get going with some marble racing. Whoever wins this Grand Prix, we've got 5 races incoming. Type exclamation point play to drop your marbles on the track. Let me see who we've got in here. I'm going to join the race. It looks like Ronan is in, Enrique's in, Mr. Jen, okay, Usama's in, the Schwer is in, Adi's in, Rebecca's in, Alicia's in. Exclamation point play if you want to get in on the action, ladies and gentlemen. And this is going to be a random physics engine that's going to start the race. So final call. Supposedly you can pick if you want a marble or an egg, but I don't know how. So oh, you have to type exclamation point play 2. No worries. All right, I'm not even gonna mess with that. We are gonna start the first race in 20 seconds. Exclamation point play is how you get in here, and what we are about to see let me see how we can check everybody out here. And it looks like, where is everybody? Oh, there they are. There they are, folks. We have our first race officially kicking off. It looks like Rebecca Pay is in the lead at the moment as they go through the absurdly complex thing. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first marble race is officially in action. Rebecca Pay in the lead with Usama right behind her. The Ginger Badger in third. Here they go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We have a race. We have a race. Let's zero in on our leaders. Usama in the lead at the moment. Ginger Badger. Here they come. I think. Here he is. Usama's in the lead. Ginger Badger right behind. And I don't know where they go. Usama with the win. Ginger Badger, number 2. And Enrique with the number 3. It looks like Jackie Curly. Congratulations on last place. Well played, well played. Usama, Ginger, and Enrique snagging number 1, 2, and 3. Here we go, folks. Race 2. You know what to do. Exclamation point play if you want to get in on this action. Exclamation point play. Tommy is in. I am in. Exclamation point play if you want in. If you're on the LinkedIn side, I promise you, you can still get in on this love. It will be the Restream bot is going to be on your setup here. So Restream bot, if you are on here, if you're joining from LinkedIn, the Restream bot is your competitor. So we have Ginger Badger's in, Ronan's in, Rebecca's in, Usama's in.
Thanks for making the best ever. Loads of love XXXXXXXXXXXXXX the ninja, the ginger ball Tommy.
I love that feature. You are insane, Tommy. Thank you so much for your support, brother.
You're a beast.
You are an absolute beast, and your support is noticed and appreciated. We love ya. Patty says this is a trippy game. That is absolutely correct. So anybody that wants to join and actually play and participate, this is currently only set up for the Twitch. Gotta grab that door often. Let's fire up our next race, because we are definitely gonna run out of time before our lads arrive. So, race is starting. Last chance to drop your balls on the track. Drop your balls on the track. Exclamation point play. Here we go, folks. We are going in, I think. Where are they? Where are they? Here we go. And right out the gates, Usama taking another lead. So you have, just for your information, you have no control over these marbles once you're in the race. It's all a random physics engine. So let's go ahead and follow. Mrs. Schwer is in the lead at the moment. Just kidding. It is Adi. Adi with the lead position right now. I think he is... Let me see. Oh, here we go. We got a lot of people in it. As they launch out the cannon. Oh, Jackie already won. There it is. Adi in second. Rebecca in third. Ginger Badger. Then me. Then the Schwer. There's Jacob. There is our LinkedIn homies. That's your guy, the Restream bot. Miss Schwer in the house. Enrique and Ronan, if he figures out his life, might get in here in a sec. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are into some marble racing action. If you are curious what is going on over on LinkedIn, I apologize. This is some Twitch shenanigans ready for you guys. There it is. DJ, congratulations on last place. Jackie Curley, congratulations on first place. We are gonna fire up a few more races. Jackie took first, Adi number 2, and Kick-Ass Pay. That's
the one and only Ginger Ninja. My last bit of love and blood. You're my family. Last one 4x. Heart, 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 heart.
How
I am a crazy Ginger Ninja. Big
you
love.
are a little crazy. You are a little crazy, bro. How do you do this? Why? I love you, but what is going on here? Massive thank you to Tommy. Absolutely insane. Dana Fellows, welcome to the party. Good to see you. All right, let's get this going. You guys, I am so distracted. I could do this marble racing for like an entire weekend, man. Thank you guys for joining. We are just chilling. If you're curious what is going on LinkedIn, we are playing some marble racing for a cash prize, or I will buy you dinner for yourself or your family. We will get it going. So exclamation point play. Join this one. Enrique is in. Rebecca is in. Adi is in. And Ronan is in. Again, exclamation point play will drop your marbles onto the track. Yo, Kevin Logan made the jump over to Twitch, and he's got his own little marble. If anybody wants to use the egg here instead of the marble, apparently you can type !play too.
I think I have
this
lost
guy.
the plot, but I love you all.
This guy is insane. What are you doing, Tommy?
You're a beast.
I don't know how many times I have to press that button tonight, but you are an absolute beast. Thank you so much for your relentless support. Let's fire up the next race. Last chance to drop your marbles right now. Drop your marbles on the track. Drop your marbles on the track.
I think I have lost the plot, but I love you all. And keep humble like you.
Are you guys seeing this? Are you seeing this borderline craziness at the moment? Hang on, I gotta find, where's the race? Where are they at? All right, here they go. All right, we're in another race. Tommy is on another level, but we got a few more tracks to finish. Good Lord. Thank you, Kevin Logan, for making the jump over to Twitch and also dropping a follow. I see you, brother. I appreciate you. So, Ronan is in first at the moment. Alicia in second. Let's check in on our boy. There's Ronan leading the pack. Anybody even near him? Adi trailing in a close second. Jackie has fallen off of the track. Sorry, Jackie. Yo, you can just fall off the track? How'd you do that? Well done. Look at this, folks. Adi taking the lead. Approaching the finish line. Ronan in second. Who's it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? Adi coming in close. Let's follow up for the finish. Ronan, super close. Oh, come on. Come on. We're stuck right near the end, folks. Right near the end.
I am
got
done,
another-
I promise this is the last for the turkey. You keep muting the
Dude.
sound when IT speaks. Mad love, take care. Your friend, your pal. One and only Ginger Ninja XXXXXXX.
Yo.
Mad love.
Jacob with the win. Ronan with number 2, and Adi just snagged number 3, while Tommy somehow dropped another donation. Good Lord, son, you are on a whole nother level. I don't know how you're doing that over there, but I apologize if I was accidentally muting the shout outs. I was actually trying to do the opposite and turn down the music. Dana, congratulations on last place. Well played. Jacob snagging the win this race. Ronan with the number 2. And that means, who do we got? Adi in third. Wow. We are all in it here, folks. The Jackie girl fell off the track. Love it. All right, next map, because I think we are on race 4 of 5. This actually is going to work. We have enough time. Tommy, thank you so much. You're insane. Yo, DJ with the 14 bits. I don't know if that cheer came through, but I am... Yo, there we go with another one. Enrique dropping the love. Ladies and gentlemen, please join the race with !play. I do see our LinkedIn fellas wondering what is going on. Martin William with us. Jay Stansfield. Thank you guys so much. This is amazing to see. Let me drop this one more time if you are curious to jump over to Twitch. Yo, are you kidding me? You guys, Enrique with another cheer. DJ with another cheer. Jackie with another cheer. This is gonna be insane to manage over time. You guys are crazy and I love it. But let's go ahead and fire up the second to last race. Exclamation point play. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll drop you in this race. Adi's in, Ronan's in, Enrique's in, DJ's in. Dude,
you can't put a price on family. Been amazing to be part of it all. Love you again.
Are you kidding me? This guy is on another level. Tommy, I don't even know what to say, man, other than I love you on like a deep level.
On family. Been amazing to be part of it all. Love you again. I know I am a crazy mofo fofo. Loads of love. Humble Shannon. Command and conquer winner, ha ha ha. All done XXXXXX. No more don't know.
Insane. Well, if anybody wants to join, yo, Silver Fox showing more love. I can barely keep up with this. Patty Elise has got a hop. Thank you so much for dropping in at least for a little bit and enjoying the trippy Twitch session. Final call to get your marbles on the track. Drop your balls on the track with exclamation point play and you'll be in. We'll be firing it up here in a quick moment. Amazing. Don't even know what to say other than thank you. Appreciate you, Tommy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going in to the next game of marble racing right now. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, here we go. We got some Plinko style action. And the first down the Plinko gates is Miss Jackie Curley, along with you, Sama. And we've got a harsh fight here. While
I think my card has melted. Hype, mad love.
Dude,
my family, my pals.
I'm genuinely
Nick, Travis, all the bloody legends. Thanks for being UXXXXX.
Yo, and as Tommy drops another tip, he is currently #1 in this marble race. Tommy, you are an absolute legend, brother. Here they go as they come through the hamster wheel ball looking thing. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Gotta love it. Couldn't appreciate it. Dana says she couldn't handle the balls tonight. I hate when that happens. Sorry, Dana. But it looks like Miss Schwer is approaching the finish line as our winner, maybe. Ginger Badger in a close #2. Alicia takes the dub. DJ with #2 and Ginger Badger as #3. Absolutely amazing. You guys are crushing it. Well played to everybody here as Jackie Curley is struggling again this race. Oh man. And it looks like there she is. You can do it. You can do it. There it is again, folks. Congratulations to Alicia for the dub. Let's check in. This is going to be our last race. Our last race is incoming right now because we are running out of time real quick.
Feeling festive.
And Tommy.
Loads of love. Let's get this barn. Let's help
What
people.
is
Let's continue
happening?
the support and help everyone. What a community. Love you and all forever.
Yo, we are in another race. Drop your marbles, drop your balls on the track, drop your balls, and you will be in this race when you type !play. And Tommy, can't even say it enough. Good Lord, you are insane, but we love you nonetheless. This is our final race for all the marbles. You know you love it. This is the final race for all of the marbles. Who do we got in here? Again, if you want to get in on this action, !play. We'll get there. Usama. I don't know what you mean, man. I'm just telling everybody to drop your balls on the track. So, whatever way you want to interpret that, feel free to. But no need.
It's taking everything in me not to have this computer say my favorite curse word. So on that note, great show, Travis. Hi everyone. Have a chillaxed weekend. How's this bot going to roll with the chillaxed word, X2?
Yo! Kev! My boy Kev with the fattest.
I have lost my
You
marbles,
guys, what
but
is
I have
even
my balls.
fucking happening
Ginger
right
Ninja
now?
Baldy Waldy. Boo heart, 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 heart. Why am I not top of the tip leaderboard?
What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? You guys are insane. We have 3 minutes before the show, but Tommy and Kev just threw down some surreal love. I don't even... Wow. Wow. Oh, well. I love it. I love you guys. You guys are... Yeah, Tamika is absolutely right. Y'all are going to make me have a stroke because I got to finish this. So let's approach the last race. Last race is starting in a few. Thank you so much, Kev. This is insane. This is insane. And DJ follows it up with some more. Cheers. Cheers to that, DJ. Cheers to that, Jackie. Let's wrap up this last race and see who is winning our cash prize or dinner on me. As they come out the gates, Adi Fernandez is our leader. Enrique Vipers shortly behind him. Ooh. Love it. Love it. Love it. Adi taking it in. Taking it in. Enrique in the lead now. Let's go ahead and check in on our leaders. There he is, Enrique Vipers, currently in the lead, folks, as Adi Fernandez is in second, and Ginger Badger.
30 done, ha 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 ha.
Dude.
I am finished now, promise. I want to get you another black V-neck.
Yo, I mean, that's not what these donations are for. Oh, Enrique takes the dub. There it is. Ronan in a close second. Adi in third. Oh, that was a close race as Jacob, the absolute noob, is trailing in last. Congratulations, Jacob. You suck. And that means Enrique took the dub on this last race. Ronan took number 2, and we are finishing it right now. The results are in, ladies and gentlemen, and the winner is Jacob in third, Enrique in second, Adi Fernandez
Mad love off to bed will stay for a few questions for John. Ha 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 30 mad love.
Yo, my stream is literally freezing and twitching out. You guys have broke it. I need to get out of here. I'm closing this. Closing this. You guys, I am opening up the Zoom room for our lads. They are officially gonna be hopping in here. We stretched that because I was severely distracted. My apologies. Where is my meeting link? I can't get into my meeting right now. Jahmaal, if you guys are watching, I don't know why I can't get in this bad boy. This is my own meeting. You guys, I can't even get in my own meeting. I'm seeing the cheers come through. Just a second. All right, there we go. We officially have Zoom open as I'm hearing lots of bleepity bleeps. Who do you guys think is going to be the first one to arrive in the Zoom? Place your bets. Yo, DJ is going psycho. Oh my gosh, hang on, I missed something.
Last one slipping
What?
INNN. 30 done ha 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 ha. I am finished now, promise. I want to get you another black V-neck.
Dude, this is insane. DJ, thank you for the cheers. I'm seeing if these guys have any trouble, but let me know your bets on who the first person in the room. Is it going to be Luke, Jahmaal, or JP? And we already have our answer. The first one in the room was Jahmaal Marshall. No surprise there, folks. This is it. This is amazing. Let me get these shout outs out of the way. Amazing. Thank you so much to Ginger Badger. Drop in more.
Mode. Love you 4X.
Dude, this is psychotic. Okay. I love you guys so much. We are officially transitioning to their show. I'm letting them in right now. You guys are now approaching the trifecta experience of Jahmaal Marshall, Luke Matthews, and some other guy. And ladies and gentlemen, as anticipated, JP is the last one in the room. Anybody that had money on JP as the last one in the room, you have won your bet. But that's the end of the line for me. We have some brilliant people in here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jahmaal Marshall and Luke Matthews as I get my ass off of this Zoom. Boom, baby. Okay. And now that we're at the start, do you guys hear the music on here? Do you want the music? Because last time I didn't even realize it wasn't on, and poor Luke just had a disconnection. So as of right now, we in the Jahmaal Marshall show, baby. What is good, my brother? You've got the full screen. Just wanted to, yeah, I mean, we have officially no game plan other than hopefully getting everybody in the room and just letting it rip.
I see Teresa. I see Kristen. I can't see you on Twitch, so.
Yo, the Twitch has been going psycho. We need to get you hooked up with
Hurry
that.
up and get on.
Yeah,
Hope
Twitch is
you're
always
well,
fire, but I can
continuing
never
my
see the
support.
comments over on
Love
LinkedIn
the
unless I
family.
see, like, your screen, everything like that. So I have a little cheat screen over here to kind of see, but it's kind of small. So
Do you use your phone at all while you're on these? Okay, I was gonna say that's what I usually pull up on Twitch is the phone because it's the fastest.
I see like all these little emojis
It's
going.
insane. These guys have been on a absurd level tonight as far as support and love and everything. So I am sure I missed plenty of cheers. Ginger Badger has dropped dozens of them.
Hurry up and get on.
DJ,
hope you're
thank you so much.
My support. Love the family.
Won the first game, or no, like that was maybe the 5th game. I came on late, you know. So.
Oh, no worries. We had some fun with some marble racing. Oh my God, this is like almost too much. Like they're showing too much love on Twitch. It's like genuinely just distracting at the moment.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm looking on Twitch through my phone, but I can't see like everything because it's smaller on my phone.
I will, yeah. You guys focus on your brilliance, because really the game plan, at least what the original game plan was Luke and JP are just their own situation. But we had you on our show 2 weeks ago, and the response was absolutely surreal.
We lost our marbles, the one and only Ginger Ninja.
Oh my gosh. Another cheer or another donation on this is insane. Sorry, I'm sufficiently distracted. But when you guys are rocking and rolling, I'm extremely curious to hear, the dynamics of you three. I think we've seen 1-1 and 1-1, but just throwing all three of you in a room because it's just brilliant, powerful voices that you guys have in every sense of the word. So it looks like we do finally have JP
we lost
here.
Our marbles, the one and only Ginger Ninja.
Oh my gosh.
It's connecting to his audio.
Here we go.
Hey, B.
Hey!
What's up, guys?
What's up, my guy?
Arriving in style, ladies and gentlemen, John Palmar is in the building!
Guess everybody got the memo about wearing black.
Looks like we're going to a funeral tonight. Yeah. Is it gonna? Are we crucifying Luke or
Yo,
is it
his
around?
bandwidth has crucified himself, and he has just re-entered the waiting room. Ladies and gentlemen, a few minutes late, the trifecta is complete as soon as we can get our lad Luke Matthews in the mix. We did it, folks. This was the only accomplishment I really needed to accomplish. The rest is now in your hands, you beautiful gentlemen.
Are any of you guys like fans of the Beatles? And there was Abbey Road, where like there was that whole conspiracy that Paul McCartney was actually dead, and like the entire time they were trying to play it off like they found a replacement, and there was this whole conspiracy thing about that album, right? Like it's super interesting because like we're like myself, Travis, Jahmaal, we're all wearing black, we're all matching, right? And then you have like Luke in gray. It kind of reminds me of like that Abbey Road cover because like Paul McCartney's not wearing shoes. He looks very different than everybody else, kind of giving away the fact that he's not actually with us. So yeah, I got some of those Paul McCartney vibes as soon as Luke showed up.
What a way to start the meeting.
I like to stand out, you know. You video guys,
But you're definitely not dead, right? Because you look very pale in comparison.
Well, I am in the UK, sir. You're in Florida.
And you guys have quarantine, right? I'm sorry to hear that.
I've been stuck in my house for literally all year, so you'll forgive the whiteness.
Well, I mean, I use tanning beds to, just throwing it out there.
Do you? Do you get a nice discount?
Yeah, me too.
They gotta rub the lotion on the back. I can't reach. I got like C-3PO arms, the muscle. I can't like reach my back. So yeah.
Isn't that what your VA is for?
That wouldn't be virtual, Luke. That takes the V out of the VA.
Well, of course. Your VAs are in house, right? Don't they shop for you and shit?
Yes, we do have assistants. One's name is Luke Matthews. Expect you Monday morning 9 a.m. posting my video and commenting.
If you can get me on a flight, if you can tell the authorities here that I have to fly to Florida and not to find me, I'll be there.
Yeah,
We'll start your YouTube channel in person.
I like it. So what's on the agenda today, boys? What's the story?
Well, let's see.
I think we should ask Jahmaal. Jahmaal, what are we going to talk about today? Let's give Jahmaal the show.
Jeez.
We know they're all here for Jahmaal either. Anyways.
No, they're all here, but they're sick of us, man. Last time we hung out, you left the stage. I guess we should probably start there, shouldn't we? Should we do that first?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could. Like,
What happened, man? Did I hurt your feelings?
what happened? No, I think it was, you know, and I had a really good session with Jahmaal, and I think like, yeah, a lot of that stuff started coming up. I think it's like, you know, it's just like the struggle.
Tell me a little bit, because I didn't watch. I like caught a little bit, like maybe 30 seconds.
Why don't I just keep talking about myself? Jahmaal, why don't you take over? Why don't you explain what happened? It's just a game of telephone. Let's keep passing it off to somebody else.
Yeah. So okay. So in our session, which really, first it was just Travis and I just kind of kicking it, just rapping, getting the gist of. I mean, people here they kind of know me, but getting to know me a lot better and going a little deeper. And then we found out that JP was in the building, so it's like, oh, what's up? He's coming through. So it's like, well, in a sense, he had some splaining to do from the week before, and then he just kind of shared some of the pressures and things of everything going on with his crew and his clientele. And it was just like, you know, sometimes before we have a breakthrough, we hit that brick wall. But a lot of times it's a brick wall of our own making.
I love that.
And so the cool thing was him kind of hitting that brick wall and to come to a realization, like sometimes you don't need another person to tell you, but your circumstances will create that revelation. And to give himself some grace, you know, a lot of times, especially on this platform and other platforms, when we're creating content, we end up catching up with life and not living our lives. And so in a sense, you're looking at somebody who's been catching up with life and who is worn out. And when you're worn out, you know, you can't even be present to things and people that you love. And you've seen it in his content. I mean, like his content from a while back, like when he would kind of do like the written posts and kind of share about everything after, you know, the world, I don't know, WWE, whatever, all that. They keep changing the name. I'm not trying to get monetized or demonetized here. Not like we're getting paid anyway yet. But, you know, so
that's right.
he shared all that. And then in a sense, like you see that repeated narrative. And so that narrative has kind of been on repeat in a cyclical place, because it's like, in my mind's eye, and I say this, God is a master recycler. Whatever lessons we don't learn or whatever things we don't surrender and give up, they just get recycled until we say yes. And sometimes that yes is like, for every man it's different, for every woman it's different. But sometimes that yes is saying, you know what? There's something that I need to learn, a button that keeps getting pressed. And so that's just kind of like where we left it, you know? Just to kind of give him.
No, it was so uplifting. It was like exactly what I needed to hear in that moment. But now it's kind of like what it really like brought to life and really like made me feel conflicted. And I'm sure the audience, maybe the audience hasn't thought about it. Maybe all of you haven't thought about it. I know that I'm starting to reflect on it more, but there's this topic of authenticity on social media, right? Even more so on LinkedIn, you know, like you need to be authentic. So here's the thing. They also say, listen to your audience, right? Well, if you continue to listen to what your audience wants, don't you start to lose yourself? You start to lose your that authenticity, because I could speak my truth. I could be more authentic, but then my audience may not connect with what I'm saying. So then I always go back to the mindset of, okay, well, let me keep doing what works, puts food on the table, but I'm probably compromising authenticity. And the challenge with that is the more that you compromise yourself, the less in alignment you are with who you want to be and where you're trying to go, which leads to more burnout. Because now instead of just speaking what comes naturally to you, you're trying to, please an algorithm, a platform, all of the people that consume content on it, instead of just being yourself. So it's like there is like this struggle, this battle between do I listen to my audience? Do I listen to myself? Can I bring them together? Often it's not as easy as it sounds, you know? So yeah, that seems to be like, I don't know. Do you guys kind of struggle with the same thing?
Go back to what you just said though. So think about it like this. on a live that you guys did probably maybe about 4 or 5 weeks ago, there's always going to be someone who's going to gel with you and someone who won't. I mean, you think about all the users. Let's go back to your post from 3 weeks ago. The amount of users on LinkedIn, there's still going to be a tribe. I don't even really like that word, who's going to connect with it. And those are going to just be like deflected by it. Like, I don't really want to hear that. Or that's not really my jam. And so if you are staying true to who you are, or authentic, for lack of a better word, there's still going to be people who find something in that find value in that. And so in a sense, the struggle is, like, for me, even as a person, like, I'm not, quote unquote, I'm not running around with a big Jesus t-shirt on, like, oh, you didn't know I was a Christian. You know, but people by now have figured it out. You know, the cat's been out the bag. However, there's still people, you got to think, this is 2021, who really don't gel with that at all. You know, especially in light of where we've been in these United States. I'm not so much concerned about them. It didn't start with them and it doesn't end with them. Before them, I was eating good, and after them, I'm eating even better. So that's the mindset that I show up on this platform with. For those who say, all right, see ya, I was like, don't let the door hit you where God split you. I'm not really, you know, that's just how I roll. It's not a chip on my shoulder. It's not an arrogance. It's just like, from the dust I came and from the dust I'm going to return. So with that eternal mindset, that's what fuels my content. It's going to lift somebody up. It's going to piss somebody off. That's just the nature of the game. There's still going to be somebody, however you were born, however you were birthed, however you were formed, whatever that looks like, there's going to be somebody that connects with that. There's 7.5 or even more billion people on this planet. And there's even more, now that Microsoft has taken over LinkedIn and other platforms, there's even more people being added. So there's still pieces of the pie that you can grab, John.
I agree. What do you think, Luke?
So let me cut in here. So John, are you telling me that you're just being authentic by just ditching the middle of this? I'm just trying to get back to why you left, because I all this talk, I'm still confused. Like, what happened? You're just being the real you, and you're like, Luke, you pushed too far. You hit some truth, and I had to peace out. Is that what happened?
Yeah, because I think that it kind of goes back to what I was saying. Like, you know, it to me, it's like black and white. It's right in my face. But I guess, like, yeah, like some may need more context. Like, you represent the authenticity, right? You are just yourself, you know, and that's something that I'm really struggling with. You know, like, do I do what I feel like I'm supposed to do, or do I do a Luke and just speak my truth, right? And it seems counterintuitive, and it's like that's why I always go back to kind of like Seinfeld, you know, because like I feel like your content is kind of like the Seinfeld content of LinkedIn. Doesn't really, you know, at least on the outside, it doesn't look like it has purpose. It doesn't have, like, you know, a business minded direction. I think, you know, a little bit more now than before, probably, but for the most part. But then when you look at the Seinfeld characters, and this is something that, like, I did a deep analysis, I really like tried to figure out the psychology. They're actually horrible people, you know. It's like they're like the id. They're like, you know, what we wish we could do and the way we wish we could act to some degree. They're almost like the villains, you know. But the reality is they're not that nice of people, because, like, you know, and even to some degree, some may view your content and think to themselves, it's a little bit self-serving, right? It's a little bit selfish. It's very like you know, and it doesn't really have like a ton of like tangible value. Yet you're doing really well with it. So from my perspective, I'm trying to give so much value. I'm like trying so hard, and I see like somebody like you that just makes it look so easy. And of course, that's going to create friction. That's going to create like stress. And I'm going to be like, yeah, like I'm done with that. But it's really, I'm done with the way that I've been, or the way that I've been acting, or the way that I've been treating this. So
okay, I think I follow that a bit more. I think I'm tracking with you. I'm gonna have to let the old wheels spin a little bit.
So then, like, yeah, so how do you know, like, balancing the authenticity but also listening to your audience, you know, like, even right now, like, I'm very cognizant, you know.
I think it's how you're wired. Again, if we're just gonna go to like how we talk or how we share, I think that, like, I never consider my audience really when I speak. It's like when I'm managing a brand, I have to, obviously, because they have a target. They want to make sales, so there has to be that level of, I'm speaking to a certain, you know, demographic or a certain person. But for me, I'm not. So I know I do my best when I'm not considering the end result or the end user, when I just like let myself be free to be me and just say whatever the heck I want. I'm at my best, you know. And I found whenever I start considering and thinking, like, I'm actually a really deep thinker. So when I start thinking about, oh, like what are people thinking, or like what do they actually need, my brain goes into hyperdrive, and I just would never post anything. I would just be sitting there rewriting my content for 3 days. So I found I have to kind of be all or nothing. So when I'm doing brand stuff, I am very deliberate, very careful. It's all scheduled. I mix in some freewheeling randomness, but for me, it's all got to be off the cuff. It's like these lives. I remember a couple times I tried to take notes. I could never do a webinar where like I was talking about how to grow on LinkedIn and give you like 10 points and walk someone through it, where I feel like you could, or even Jahmaal could. Like and some people have that skill set. I practice it, man. I actually,
So, did we lose Luke? Maybe for a second. Okay.
Oh, there we go. He's back. He's back, baby.
There was a network error.
For a quick sec,
something that I wanted to mention about that is, like you mentioned, like trying to like the 10 steps to like be successful on LinkedIn. I like Shay and I received an email. When was it? Yesterday, I think it was yesterday. And it was like one of the people that's in our program, and they were like, you talked about like how this post, you kind of crafted it so that it could go viral. And then this post, you kind of crafted it so that, like you didn't really craft it. It just kind of came to you. And like, they asked us, how do you make a post go viral? And it's like, like we tried to write things down in like a step-by-step process, and then you realize like nobody really knows how like a post goes viral. It's like there's a little bit of intuition, there's things that you could do to optimize a post, but like you can't predict when a post is going to reach 6 million people or not, so I think even then it's like we can give you like strategies and tips, but really it's like we ourselves couldn't tell you how to how to go viral or get 100,000 followers or any of those things, because it's not something that you can't always pinpoint it. There's things like some people have special talents, or they have like that it factor, they're just different, and it's like I can't go out there and play soccer like Cristiano Ronaldo as much as I train. I probably couldn't. No, there's no way, so it's just I think that there's like there's talent, there's other things, but even for us, it's not a step-by-step that we could explain.
I think to that point, just considering what both of y'all have said, I could probably do one of those 10-step classes, but I'm such a rebel that I don't know how well, I wouldn't be able to teach it in a sense like you and Shay, because I've kind of built a brand off going against the grain. I think about like the U's, the ABS's, and I love that. Y'all know I'm big fans, but it's also, I'm like, I do everything the opposite way and it works just as well. And for right now, all of my leads are inbound. I haven't had to go fish yet or anything like that. I've even had to learn to get the confidence to give yourself a raise, Jahmaal. You're dealing in life transformation. But at the same vein, I kind of do approach the majority of my content that's already been out so far I'm not considering the audience. I already have a forethought in my mind. There's a method to the madness, but I don't think so hard about it, because if I overthink it, I remember, like, I think I talked to Travis about this the first time I was on. There's an old episode of The Simpsons where Bart and Lisa got transferred to like another public school. And I wish I had like a slider of it. And Bart was doing like all sorts of cartwheels and stuff like that and backflips. And Lisa was just being her nerdy self. And they said something that's so key. I have it written down. They said, that kid tries too hard. And that just stuck with me. I would think I was like maybe 8 years old when I saw that. It went into me like arrows. It's just like, so people always ask me, what makes you stand out? I'm like, I really don't try too hard. And I really don't think about it. And so there's a non-scriptedness to the way my content comes across. However, being very new and kind of getting into that podcast arena, it's not a narrow space, but that content is very different from just like those walks and everything like that and the things that come from the mental health stuff, because I don't fit in with all the mindfulness people. I love you guys, the mindfulness people, but some of you guys are just weird. So I don't really fit in with that crew. And even though I'm kind of...
You mean all of them are?
Among the content creators, the content creators that have like the 10 steps, I don't fit in with them because I do everything the opposite way without even thinking about it. I don't fit in, and this is going to offend some people with Black LinkedIn or Black Twitter or whatever like that, because I'm just me, man. I'm just, I love my brown skin. It's amazing. It's tight, but it's like, why I got to be black, whatever. I'm just Jahmaal. What the heck, So there's all these little things of it's like, I remember Alicia Moore, AKA Pink, she was being compared to like Brittany and Mandy Moore, and she was like, "Don't freaking categorize me." And LinkedIn is like that. You just get into these categories, and I'm like, man, I'm here to change the world, man. Don't even freaking put me in a category. I'm not even with the recruiters. I love the recruiters. I'm not with the HR people. I can fit in with whoever. You know what I'm saying? Roll with whoever. So that, I think that informs the broadness of my content, but it is directed towards a target audience, because no matter what, you got to think this is a pandemic, man. And we won't admit it. We won't be gut level honest. Everybody hurting. Everyone under the sound of my voice in one way or another. And everybody is scared and does have somewhat of an addiction to some approval, even if it's just approval in your family. It's just like, yo, when are we going to get free? You know, let's get free and just call the BS what it is. And let's stop being scared. And I want everybody to be like, it's even like, this is going to be really controversial. You're going to see in certain sects of, I'm going to say the C word, Clubhouse or even LinkedIn, there's an anti-otherness, you know? There's even an like even these days, because everything is culturally really sharp, there's an anti-whiteness. There's people who just don't like white people, you know? And some people may say, okay, well, that's warranted to a certain amount. There's some merit in that. I'm gonna go there, you know? And it's just like, people always say, well, how do you stand out from the crowd? I don't do what the crowd does, not because I think so much about it. It's just ever since I was little, if everybody wore white, I wore baby blue, just for the hell of it. That's just who I am, you know? Just like last week, it was funny, man. Like Luke dropped a nugget that I really, because Luke knows I'm endeared to him and I respect him, I love him. And so there was kind of this thing of people were saying like real recognize real. And then Travis was like, oh, Luke just kind of, you know, I can't say that word. Who don't like everybody. And I was like, not me, F that, man. I say real recognize real because that's what I said. And I'll write it again and I'll write it 5 times because I want to. You know, I have a backbone. I love Luke. And it's even though he dropped and he fact checked that and he dropped some knowledge, and I was like, you know, I consider that, but I still said what I had. I said what the hell I said. You know what I'm saying? And so you have people who are so scared to do that. Around Christmas time, I'm not afraid to say Merry Christmas. I'm not saying Happy Holidays because I want 1,000 likes. I said Merry Christmas. Now what? Do something.
Was that the Serena Williams argument we had?
No, that wasn't even an argument. That was a discussion on my part. I hope it wasn't an argument for you because I'm.
Oh, wait. I got to hear this. Serena Williams, what?
She's not the GOAT and she's a terrible loser.
This is what he wrote. He's
one of the biggest crybabies in all of sports.
Somebody else on my thread told him to shut the hell up. It wasn't me.
Everyone gets mad at me when I say that, but I mean, I've got you could go through tons of
like. Do you understand that Tom Brady is the most overrated quarterback of all time?
That's not even an
like
argument.
You can't compare.
7 rings.
Like, Serena Williams would like mop the floor with Tom Brady in a football game. That chick is so here's the thing. You've never seen her in person. She is a beast she's as big as I am. I'm like 6'2", 220 something pounds. She makes me look like a child and she can carry me. She is a huge woman. Genetically,
that doesn't mean
she's like
doesn't
on a
mean
different
she's
level.
a good winner or a good loser.
She's the GOAT though, bro.
Like, I don't. Okay, but that's again, the thing.
That's not my argument.
Greatest of all time is not determined by if they're a nice winner. Michael Jordan was
for sure.
ferocious. He was ferocious on the court, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I love a good villain, for sure.
Yeah, I think I would say this. The whole thing, like with Serena or whatever like that, is. That wasn't even a post. Luke just kind of came, and I don't know if he was trolling or defending himself. You know, but Luke knows, like, I kind of, the way, I think, you know, it wasn't an argument for me. I kind of just handled it, and I dropped some facts.
You did.
On everything.
It was a good discussion. It wasn't an argument. It was a good discussion.
That's what I do. I'm too old to be arguing.
I was surprised by your tennis knowledge. Like, man, he knows his stuff.
Oh, heck, I know the game. So when people try to come at me with that, I can just podcast them into the ground. I'm like, y'all know what you're talking about. Yeah. So it's pretty, it just was what it was. But no, what I was saying, that had nothing to do with Serena. What I was saying was from the live with you and Aaron, which was phenomenal. And it was just kind of this, like, once it was funny because, you know, Luke's a leader. And like, once he like said real doesn't recognize real, like you had so many people like, oh no, real don't recognize real. I'm like, man, think for yourself. What the heck, man? And so that was just my thing. I wasn't even mad at Luke. I was kind of wanting my boy.
Oh, that was in the live last week.
About?
That was in the live.
No, there was a bunch of people jumping ship.
And I'm like, mid. Nah, man, you know, even though I drink almond milk now, I still do have calcium in my diet. So y'all, he has a backbone. Get used to it.
I like that. Wait, so before we move on, Enrique was calling me a wimp for apparently defending John somehow. So Enrique, I'm putting you on the spot, man. If you're gonna shit talk me on a live, I want you to say why I'm being a wimp, and then tell me what I'm supposed to ask John. It's apparently I haven't done a good enough job here, so I'm just gonna wait for your response.
Yeah.
And you know what? Anyone in the comments, if you're gonna talk shit about me while I'm alive, I have no problem calling you out. We're the ones on here putting ourselves out here. You talk shit, I'm gonna call you out. And then someone else had a question. I think it was Ginger Badger. He's like typed it like 20 times.
Yeah.
He said, "What do you?" He's asking John, "What do you think defines authentic?" Not in a coach generic answer. He wants a real answer, bro.
What? Let me close the door. What defines authenticity?
Yeah, I think in the context of...
Yeah, don't let Shay hear this answer. Close that door.
Okay, so I think it's for me. I just got it. It took a couple seconds to process, right? The opposite of Gary Vee. And I feel like that's a little bit audacious of a statement to make, but I kind of want to hear what you guys think too. I think Gary Vaynerchuk, for all of the rah-rah like audaciousness, I don't know that he's authentic. I don't feel like he's really like taking us behind the scenes, showing us what's behind the curtain. I think it's like his message is very manufactured in the sense that he says it himself. He does not consume outward content. He's always in his comment section. He's always giving people what they want. That's who I learned it from, and now like from this vantage point, I can clearly see, I don't know for sure. I've never talked to him, right? Like, but right. I can see that like, okay, this is his method a little bit. You watch enough, you kind of start to realize he's giving people what they want and he's sticking with the ideas that work, and then he goes all in on them and he says it, So then that makes me feel like, okay, Gary, are you telling us, like when you say that you voted for Biden, are you saying that because you actually did? Or are you saying that to like please your majority, Or like when he takes a specific stance on something, is he, did he get into Pokemon cards because that's what he wanted to do? Or did he get into Pokemon cards because Jake Paul is one of the biggest YouTube personalities and he's going to reach a lot more younger kids by getting into Pokemon culture? Therefore, now he's succeeding with that. So it's almost like, is he manipulating or is he being authentic? I don't know. But what I would say authenticity is when you can turn on the camera and people know there is no production, right? It's not going to a virtual assistant. It's not going to 10 other people so that they can take the best part of it. They can take the best part and just post that thing, the one thing that you said that was really smart, and then have a bunch of virtual assistants creating your copy, writing your message, a whole team of individuals that, curate what you create. For somebody that talks so much about documenting, it seems very produced, right? So I'd say Gary, like the opposite of Gary would be authentic. It's like when Luke is in his closet and he turns on his camera and you could tell that he didn't do a second take because he's fumbling all over his words and then he just posts it. So that would be authenticity to me.
Mic drop.
What do you think, Jahmaal?
I would, I just want to say John just kind of exposed the whole Vanderchuk dynasty. I don't have any special effects here, but I'd like to kind of do a little ABS fireball. There you go. That's good. And I would say that, there is got to be intentionality in content creation. Like even as a podcaster, there are videograms that I'm dropping now to kind of get buy-in. So you're dropping that mic drop moment, even though I would like to say when folks listen back, most of it, the 30 minutes is going to be all mic drop. Don't miss any of it, and that's not pitching. I'm just saying, like, I'm not here just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. What you see in 2 minutes, we're stretching out to 30 minutes. And so with the podcast, we're just kind of going back and forth, just kind of talking, having a conversation, but I still need to produce buy-in for that. And so you get 2 or 3 videograms or audiograms. With Gary Vee, like that's all you're getting though. In a sense, like you guys know sports. And so we have 3.5 hours of a football game when we have jobs, we have families, we got different things going on. So on weekends, when I go on ESPN, they're showing me 20 minutes. I'm getting the highlights. I'm not getting anybody getting carried off the field, the flags, the booth review, none of that. And so Gary's giving a lot of highlights, but because he has that brash sort of way of coming across, people think, oh man, that's Gary Vee. And so I would kind of be along the line with what JP is saying, like you giving folks highlights, but you're not really giving folks the real behind the scenes. And because most of us, especially when you get to that level, get held captive to the audience, it's like, I got to find out from a marketing standpoint, what's driving revenue? And if I can jump on that bandwagon, even if I don't agree with it. And so I would wonder for Gary, like how well does he sleep at night if this thing is the case? I want to be careful to not speak there of what I don't know. That's not really my gig. But if that's the case, how well is he sleeping if none of these things are true? And I want to take it back and not make it political, but think about I got the memory of an elephant, so watch what you say to me. But Shay did a post like 2.5 months ago, and she agreed with just something that Donald Trump had said, and people crucified her for it. And like, I had to comment on that because I don't comment on everything. I had to comment. I was like, man, do you? If you agree with something Donald Trump said, then so what? I got people in this neighborhood. One of my sister's friends, their whole friend group just left her because she said she voted for Donald Trump. Now in my community, that's almost like a big thing. Somebody voted for Trump, so what? That's what they put on the paper. And if somebody agreed with something he said, he's a businessman, then so what? Deal with it. I wish I could have those little glasses just land on my face, those little digital glasses. I mean that from my heart, from the deeper part of me. That's authenticity, to really mean what you say what you mean, and leave the consequences to God. Because man will hail you and nail you, no matter who you are. I don't care who you are. You look at, I'm not gonna say look at the news and look at the media, because God knows there's so many lies there, but you think about all the high highs and the low lows, the very people that we salivate over, that we have the attention span of a gnat, we can just run them right into the ground. And we can do that with one another. Authenticity says, you know what? Come with me, man, I'm just still gonna be me. And it takes a lot of backbone to do that, and a lot of self-awareness and emotional intelligence, but not the emotional intelligence of let me give people what they want, but like no matter where they are, I'm still gonna be true to who I was born to be.
I like that.
Luke, as soon as you finish, I have something to share about that, because good point. We realize
okay. Why don't you do that? Because I'm gonna shift into something in the comments. So you go ahead before.
Here we go. Luke's on fire with these commenters today. Huh?
Somebody's got to keep them in line.
Computer set up. I'm ready to go.
So again, yes, obviously Shay pays me. I know, guys, I know. But I'm going to talk about one of her posts. Okay, just go with it. So really interesting social experiment that happened within the last few days. And Luke, I actually sent you the draft of this idea like months ago. I don't even know if you remember it, but we finally posted it. Instead of doing a song, we just did what we did. So yeah, I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So and it worked. It was awesome. But anyways, so to go back to it, Shay had a viral post where basically she took a post that has been shared, but we're talking about like plagiarized, copy pasted literally hundreds of times. We recently hired a Gen Z, candidate. They didn't have a lot of work experience, but we gave them a chance. This thing has been shared to death. It's been, in Twitter, it's called like the LinkedIn dumpster fire. It's just like the most overused piece of copy you have ever seen on LinkedIn. And basically what we did is we turned it into like a poetry reading type of thing, And so anyways, have this post. We post it on LinkedIn, gets like, it's got to be around like 500,000 views at this point. Very high performing. And no pods. This is like organic. This is organically grown, almost 500,000 views. So point being is that there is so much polarity in the comment section. Half of the audience is clapping for Shay like, oh my God, this is so funny. You took a LinkedIn post and you made it into like a satire, right? And then half of the audience is like clapping at Shay like, oh my God, you're so inspirational. You hired a Gen Z candidate. Like you're like a miracle worker, like God bless you, right? So they're either praising it for the fact that it's a parody or praising it because they actually believe that it's true. And I just think that it really speaks to people's like this group thing where it's just like, once you see something go viral, almost like Gary Vee, almost like, having an audience in the Super Bowl is what makes it the Super Bowl. It's the presentation, it's the people, it's the cheering, and just how people will, follow a direction just because something, is big. It's been super interesting witnessing that.
That's it.
Yeah, I saw that one. Go ahead, Jahmaal.
Rebels. That like will still, like, people will follow something because it's big, but then you have those rebels who are willing to fact check something. I'm not talking about Shay's post. I'm just talking about in general. And they say, well, wait a minute, maybe I don't agree with that, or maybe I want to flesh that out, or maybe I want to take that deeper understanding. And us thinkers, we can think ourselves into the ground. I'm a thinker. That's no secret by now. And that's, I think it produces, in a sense, the rebellion that I call comes with a cause. It's like, I just want to, maybe I don't see it that way, or I'm not really down with that trend. there was a certain content creator that's going to remain nameless because he was really humble. He actually called me. He had a post about it, actually inspired a whole podcast of mine about gender equality. And I was like, oh, this is cute. But I was like, I saw the series of women he was interviewing, and I was like, these are all white women. And I love my white sisters, but I was like, I don't know. Let's talk about the benefit of yellow, brown, and black women in the C-suite. And so he actually got my number, called me, and I was like, okay. So we talked, and I said, well, how have you tackled the other side of this? And so he showed me some posts, but I was like, okay, these posts, I thought in the back of my mind, they're from the month of June. That was right on the heels of the George Floyd death. So everyone's ASS, excuse my French, was on fire back then. It would actually hold more weight with me if something like that got posted. Not even now. This is Black History Month. Don't even try me right now. Maybe next June. You know, that's how the rebellious mind works. I mean, outside of lines of color, I'm just giving that as an example. But like, we go with the trends. You know, like a post. One of the things that put me on the map was a post I did called "Keep That Same Energy," and of course, that's something we say here in the hood. Like, it's like, all right, when you meet me in person, let's get off those Twitter fingers. I see Luke checking the chat. Like, get off the Twitter fingers and meet me in person and keep that same energy. Let's see if you say that to my face. However, the way it came to me, you know, I love concepts. It's like, okay, we're all talking about this George Floyd thing. We're putting up this phony black box, which has no weight, no merit to it. 2 years from now, keep that same energy with all these posts. Come on, you know, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, Instagram, keep that same energy. All these companies, fair. Even though LinkedIn's got this little Black History thing, keep that same energy. You know, it'll mean more to me and to other brown people or black people if you do that at a time of year when it's not trending, because that means it's about the person, it's not about you. And I think that's...
I like that.
So I got a question.
Go for it.
I like that.
Yeah, Jahmaal. This one has been a huge challenge for me, like, since the feature was released. They started having colored emojis. Like, instead of just being yellow, now you have like basically every color scheme possible, right? And I've never used one of the colored emojis because I always felt like you can't use the right one, right? Like, if, you know, I'm Hispanic, right? So I'm not white, I'm not, you know, like, I mean, I'm white by complexion, but I'm like, I consider myself, you know, like a minority. I'm like, my parents were from Venezuela, you know? Like I was born there, right? But point being is that, you know, when it comes to like using those colored emojis, I'm like if I make myself too tan, then like maybe that's not being authentic. I'm just gonna keep my shit yellow, because if I keep the yellow emoji, I can't go wrong. Nobody can call me a racist. So, but it's like, how sad is that I feel like, you know, I shouldn't use these things because I might come off the wrong way. What are your thoughts about them?
I would say, man, if you want to use, I've been using the yellow emoji for years. Now that they have one in my shade, I'm like, well, heck, representation. But it's not a big deal. I mean, for real. If somebody, like, if you text me, or John texts me, or Travis texts me, more than likely, the brown one is programmed into my phone because I use it so much. But if I hit the yellow one, I'm not going to be like, oh my goodness, there's a yellow emoji come up. I'm not going to care. It just, those things don't matter. And I think it's affecting like those of us who create content from the heart, because y'all know that's where mine comes from the heart. It affects that content creator when they have to second guess everything, because everybody is so sensitive and so offended so easily. I know this may be a different side that people are seeing to me. I mean, this is who I always am. I am the grace and peace guy. That's not even a brand. That's who I am. But I also do have a backbone. I also don't back down from like the confrontation or the crowd, because when we're dead and gone, the crowd will not have any bearing on me, you know? And so don't even worry about the thumbs up or the fist or whatever like that. I mean, have fun with it, but it's really no big deal, man. It's just
stick to yellow. Yellow's safe.
There you
yellow
go.
One, it's just, it don't matter,
just
man.
stay safe.
We made
all
it
right,
and we just not helping.
What do you got for us, Luke?
I'm jumping back into the comments, guys, because we had a bit of heat a while back, so I'm gonna go back. We're gonna address it, and then we'll get back to this. All right, so Enrique answered my challenge, which I respect, and this is what he said. He said, Luke, I thought it was very rude for everyone how JP left his audience last session. We take time out of our day to attend lives, and he couldn't take the heat. I know, I keep it real all the time. Everyone had a sour taste in their mouth, and I called you a little bitch for defending that point. So I respect that he said what he thought. I want to answer that, though. First of all, I don't get how I was defending you leaving alive. I don't recall saying today that I thought it was fine to just peace out. I thought it was lame, but like if you know Enrique, you know me by now. Anyone that follows me, like I'm laid back. I'm not gonna hold things. It's not a big. If I just quit and walked off now, sure, some of you might be offended, but I would hope you're not gonna write me off. You know, from a year of following me because of one live, I get pissed off that Jahmaal, you know, challenged my beliefs or something, and I decided to peace out and get upset. You know, things happen, and especially me. Like I can say. John might not admit it, you know, but I can talk about Shay, or I can shit talk certain things. And I think there's stuff that we say that can definitely get under somebody's skin, even if they don't want to, you know, necessarily admit that fully. But like I say a lot of, a lot of crap all the time, you know, and not saying it was my fault, but I'm not defending someone leaving in the middle, but it's to me, it's not that big a deal, I guess is what I'm saying. And I'm not going to judge John because he just pieced out in the middle of a live. I enjoy doing shows with him. We have a lot of fun. We get along. And it doesn't mean I'm not going to challenge him either and keep making fun of things that, you know, I want to make fun of because that's our relationship. But to me, he doesn't have to fully answer for me to go, hey, you're still cool with me, man. Let's keep rolling. And when things come up, I'm still going to challenge it. But I guess I didn't feel like I was defending him, so that's why I said, like, what are you talking about, man? I don't understand.
What are you talking about, man? Yeah. And I thought I made it pretty clear. It's like, yeah, like, you know, when somebody's like not ready. Were you going to say something, Jahmaal? Go for it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just right before you start, let's run a little deeper on what Luke just said. I'm thinking about like what happened when you walked off, whatever like that. And let's just say everyone here who has a family either has nephews, nieces, or has kids. And so there's parents in the chat on Twitch and on LinkedIn. Think about the way we judge. Think about it. So in that moment, you were where you were in your head, John, and you walked off. If we go in the grocery store, especially nowadays during COVID or even pre-COVID, and you see a parent losing on a kid, the first thing in your mind is like, yo, that's a bad parent. That's a bad dad. That's a bad mom. Knowing that 99.9% of the time before that, they were like just so much grace with that child, so much just love, just like very patient. And the moment they snapped, you know? And so we judge people in a sense by the moment. But also it's that moment, knowing that we'll be judged, that we fear like, I can't snap. I have to always be on. I have to always be Hollywood. I have to always kind of keep this sort of content coming out. And so that moment doesn't define you, man. That was just a moment. But that's the thing is when you have a following on an audience or people who are coming to see, it's like that moment is what gets etched in people's brains and not all the other moments of before that, you know, when you were provided by you, when you were here, when you were present, when you did stay all night, you know? And so I just think about that even in my own life, you know, especially dealing from a mental health standpoint, when there's unforgiveness or bitterness with a person, when there's a criticalness, we throw out the baby with the bathwater. All the good things that person is, it's like you never were that. You just are that moment when you pissed me off or when you crossed me or you talked behind my back or you did something shady. Yeah. That's who you become, and that's all I can see. And typically that's how the audience can be. And so that's where we need to get over ourselves and realize that we're capable of the very same thing we're critical of others about. I tell my counselors, I'm like, look, we're all cut from the same cloth, just different sections. So get over it. Stop it.
Well, and here's the thing before I let John talk. I think it's like, I think it's cool that Enrique said that. And I don't like fully disagree because I think like, I know people to show up to listen to someone talk live is a sacrifice of their time. Right. And so I can understand why he'd be like, man, you know, I came to listen to you for the whole show and you just pieced out and I'm upset about that. But I think to me, here's the interesting twist of that. I get that, and I don't disagree with that. But then you go, well, if we're talking about authenticity, and you were just like, I just rightfully pissed you off there, and you're like, screw this, I'm out. Isn't that actually being authentic? And if JP is someone that's struggling with just like letting it loose and actually doing stuff just to do it, then you know we should allow him to be dramatic and be a bit of a douche sometimes. Because I'm a douche quite often, and that is authentic, right? We can't be fully put together. Otherwise, that is appealing to your audience all the time. Like if you come on these lives every time and you're only considering what the audience wants, honestly, you're going to get pretty stale and pretty boring pretty fast. So I would say my perspective comes from, do you, man? You know, if I piss you off again and you want to leave, I mean, I feel like it'd be a check mark for me. I'd kind of enjoy it. In a sick, twisted kind of a way, but we're just having fun here, you know. We're like Jahmaal said, we're not getting paid yet. We're just here to shoot the breeze and have fun. And so I guess I kind of get that. I get why he was upset, but I think the laid back side of me just goes, you know, it's not the end of the world.
Wait, Travis, you're not paying them?
Not yet.
Oh, shit. Sorry,
Here's my
guys.
question out of that. Let's transition out of that. Here's my question out of that, John. So JP, you're starting to grow in these followers. I think this more exposed that some people that have been following you from the beginning are upset that you don't take the same amount of time to connect with them in their content. So how can you talk about the challenges you've had going, like just exploding lately? Even in the last couple months, your videos have just started exploding, I've noticed. And I've noticed you only posting one time a week, and like you got all this business. And so we don't have to get into it too much, but I do think that's a part of the story, because there is, like, as you were talking about, like, man, like when you first started out, you connected with me and Travis and certain people, and you have this, you know, real camaraderie, but then you start growing, and there is like the reality of, yeah, it's like, this is like the influencer world, the social media world, there is business, and it's just, you can't keep up with 90,000 people. And I think that's part of it here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, of course. But it's like, you know, something that I've really like tried to focus on lately is, you know, whether it's, you know, 100,000 or, you know, 600,000 or whatever it is, it's like, you know, every single one of those people that hit the follow button, like they have their own dreams, goals, desires, ambitions, struggles, issues, and, you know, all of them, not all of them, but, you know, even if it was 5 or 10%, you know, weekly would want a little bit of that attention. Like, you know, I don't think what people see is, it's like, it's heartbreaking from my perspective. And I know that it's very hard to like feel sorry for me, but it's like, you know, people will send messages and like, man, I would do anything to just like slow down, stop, and actually like, you know, answer these questions for these people, because I know how much it could help them. And, you know, like that does hurt me. Like, man, like if I could sit with Enrique and have lunch and talk to him and just like get to know him, like that would be awesome. And I think that's like when people have small followings, I think like that's something that I really do miss, is that, you know, like I could remember something, and it really helped me, even like when I was beginning to grow. I could remember something about each one of those people, you know, so that the next time that I posted, I could mention that thing, and it made me feel good that I remembered these people, and it made them feel good that I remembered them. So, you know, little stuff like that you take for granted when you're a little bit smaller, and so I'd encourage all of you, like if you're kind of in the early stages of your process, like get to know these people, you know, like remember their name, remember something about them, because as you continue to scale, you're going to lose that, and it's not all that fun. It's that part sucks, you know, because you always feel like you're letting somebody down.
Now that's real. I mean, everything you just said, and I want to, you know, go on the record to say Enrique's my bro, and so I would, nothing I said invalidated his feelings. I mean, at the moment, that's how he felt, and it was real. You know, I'm saying in general, for all of us who get easily very touchy about stuff, it's just like, it is what it is. You know, how many people have gone to a concert and the artist just said, look, I can't do it tonight. I bet you some of them came back to the concert when it came back in town that next year. You know, you just kind of, you learn that grades. And so I'm not saying we just kind of mull over sloppy behavior and don't call a person to account. No, but at the same time, it's just like the very things that when a person is at a snapping point and we see them break in front of us, we are all capable of that, you know? People always ask me, why are you so patient and so gracious? Because I know I'm capable of some of the deepest, darkest atrocities. I did a post a while ago called Check Your Petty. It's just like, yo, sometimes we get petty. It's like we think, oh, I would never do that. You don't know, man. I know for me personally, I've been down some dark alleys, so I'm very keen to not say what I never will do or what I won't snap in, you know. My following is just at 20,000. It's not at that place yet, you know, and I'm not on that, you know, I'm part of the 10%ers. I'm still working a full-time job and building on the side. I'm just kind of one of those guys who's rebelling against all the value providing stuff on LinkedIn and doing it my way. And it's working by God's grace. But if things begin to, I don't know how much I can keep track of, but I know the people that I've built with now, I cherish every last one of them. So I look in the comments, I see Reggie, I see Tamara, I see Kelsey, I see Jennifer, just so many different people, all the Vipers. It's like, I cherish these people like they're my brothers and sisters because they are. Kristen, all of them. I'm just Jackie, Adi. I mean, like these are names that I remember, and it's not like, oh, when I get somewhere, it's just like, I already am somewhere. You know, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So I don't like, wait, when I get there, I'm taking you with me. We already are there. And that's why we're winning. And it's not winning big. It's not always about the what do you call it? The money. I'm saying, what do you call it?
Like the monetary.
Yeah, like when I'm telling, this is going to really strike not so good with some people. But when I see content creators and they put up posts about how much money and how much revenue they made, talk about how much money your clients made. Talk about what you're doing with that revenue.
I like that.
I don't care how much you made. I couldn't give two. I can't say that word. I really couldn't. What do I care? There's people out here in wheelchairs. Go in the nurse room. Let that shock your system and see the reality of what people live in. Why do I care how much you're making? Why do I care? Is that supposed to impress me to actually take your coaching classes so I can make as much money as you?
Because like, here's the thing. And I'll explain it because I can obviously like, I can make the connection quite easily.
Man.
And
I'm
it's
not
like,
angry about it.
No, of course not. But I do want to like contextualize it. It's like, that's why I tell people, like, I make videos for 5-year-olds. There is so much going on. There are so many moving images. There's so much, it's like candy, right? And when people make videos talking about money behind cars, or, like I'm going to, my revenue was X, Y, and Z, it's speaking to the mass audience, the people that are going to buy into it easily, right? So it's not to say that it's not, I want to be careful with this. It's the easy way, right? But it's not only is it the easy way, like, but in terms of mass consumption, it's going to appeal to people in the easiest possible scenarios. So people, I don't want to say people fall for it because it's real, but it's a much like a comfortable net to catch people in. And I think that, if you were to leverage it any other way, it's something that would be a lot more intentional, a little bit more challenging to consume. So yeah, I feel like sometimes that's what it is. It's just fluffy. It's easier.
And I appreciate that because it's like when it gets down to it, it's a great marketing tool. It really is. And I wonder, kind of going back to where we started the conversation, if in the marketing, because we're all going to grow in marketing, and you're going to even grow even more in marketing. You are. Do we lose a sense of ourselves? Do we lose a piece of ourselves in that marketing? Are we willing, are those pieces that we hold on to that we know are authentic to us, are we willing to lose that part for the sake of marketing and for the sake of expanding, as they call it, scaling? That's the good $64,000 question. It's a pretty cheap question, but
No, I love that because I think that's the takeaway. Kelsey, do you feel like I need to comb my hair? Like, is it looking a little crazy today? It's like, so this happens like when I put in a hair tie, you could actually like see the ridge that like, it always happens like right around there. Yeah. Like if anybody in the comments knows, how do I get rid of like the ponytail line? Like that's such a pain. I can never get rid of it. Just stays so annoying. Maybe it's because my hair was wet and then like it dried like this. So thanks for noticing, Kelsey. Good way to end it.
Oh my god.
And what happened to Luke? Is he coming back or what are we gonna do?
Oh my lord, I didn't even know he left. He was in the waiting room. I'm so sorry. Good call.
Oh no.
Yo, my bad. I didn't even see you popped out. That was all me. You're back in though. My bad, lads.
He didn't even notice anything was missing. Like
I have it on speaker view on my end, so I just assumed he wasn't speaking.
Nah, my internet sucks, man.
All good. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Take it away.
I'm sure I missed a ton.
No, we were kind of like we were bringing it all back to where it was. So I really thought this was going to be kind of like a crucifixion where like we would be arguing and Jahmaal would have to step in and kind of be like the mediator of all this. I'm a little disappointed about that, if I'm being honest. But what's the takeaway from here? Where do we go?
I mean, we can argue if you want.
I mean, I guess, like, bring something out. Like, oh, here we go. Lord of the Rings. I don't get it. Whoa. Like, you can't compare Lord of the Rings to Star Wars.
Whoa.
Star Wars is an epic. It was around before Lord of the Rings. Way more popular. It has lightsabers.
Dude, this guy. I'm
Yeah.
about to...
I mean, lightsabers are fun.
All you, Luke, you take him. You take him, bro.
Oh, geez. I mean, Travis, you're one of the Lord of the Rings guys?
Yo, if I had to rank them, Lord of the Rings first, Star Wars second, the rest can attempt to compete. But not even debatable. in my
I'm
world.
not going to answer your question at all. I'm just going to skip right past it because I just remembered a couple of comments where someone wanted me to ask hard-hitting questions to Jahmaal about religion since he's the reverend. And why don't we just get a little deep and do that? So Jahmaal,
For it.
What's up, man?
tell me you're Christian. What's your background? Were you like non-denominational? Were you like really fundamentalist? Were you charismatic? Where's your in the scheme of the swing of Christianity? Where are you at? I'm just curious because we never talk about this in the feed, right? I never talk about religion. I actually have like a background. I was raised Christian. I got tons of wild stories, tons of terrible stories, but I don't share them obviously because I don't like to
Would
argue
you share them?
about politics. Would I?
Yeah,
I'd probably do it on a live like this or
like right now.
but
You know, not like we're
Yeah.
not like we're on a live right now that we could do it.
we don't have the time for it, right?
Yeah, convenient that we didn't start with this. Maybe next week, but we could start. Go ahead, Jahmaal. I want to hear.
I'm just kidding.
Before I answer that, since you watched 30 seconds of the week before last live, I want you to actually watch that so you can get my background. It's there.
Ooh. Fair enough. I guess we'll have to move to another topic.
That wasn't a roast. That's just a direct answer to your direct question.
I mean that's a fair answer.
Yeah, all these people came and watched that night, so it's like you do it too, man. You do the hard
What
thing.
I want to know is, okay, well, Luke kind of shared it. You get like Jahmaal, you were religious from like as a young child, like it's just been something that's been indoctrinated since like birth.
No.
No.
I mean, most of us American kids are raised in church, but I mean, I went away from it. I wasn't one of those like homeschool youth group kids who just kind of, oh, I think this is what I believe. No, I had to really decide for myself. Like, of course, I went through the motions, but it didn't really stick. If it didn't stick outside of church, then it was nothing but a religion to me. And I know that we talked earlier about the play on words and the overly offensive thing, but I don't like the word religious because to me, religious people are very good little boys and good little girls. And when they burn out from that and doing foreign missions and serving people and giving the best years of their life and they get hurt, and it's like, F this, I'm out. That's what religious people do. They keep rules and then they deal with people who are in this quote unquote religion, and they see the fallacy of folks who have just entered into a system and never question why they believe what they believe and why they know, and they have no roots in it. And so I really went through a series. I'm not going to say the same thing over again. If you guys both want to go back and watch it, you can.
Okay,
But
comments. How many people listened to Jahmaal last week? I'm just not convinced more than 50% of you heard it. Put me in my place. From who? I'm gonna challenge that. How many of you heard it last week and actually listened, or do you want to hear a
Last week
recap
you were
from Jahmaal?
get your comments straight.
Right.
Get your
The better answer,
comments
right.
straight.
But that's super interesting, Jahmaal, because I think like you made some good points. I grew up in the church, right? And I did feel like that. What always bothered me is that, and I came from something that, like, it wasn't a Baptist Christian church necessarily, but it was like, I guess it was a Church of Christ. So it's still very, very conservative. Like, you could not play instruments in the church because, there was not scripture apparently to validate its existence. Therefore, it was blasphemous or whatever. And so it was very conservative, right? And I would just remember, like, anytime you question it or bring up another religion or whatever, it's just like, false idols. They would go into like this hyper defense mode, and it was just like a very, very strange experience. But then the thing about it is that, I remember graduating out of high school and then kind of like doing my own thing and so many others. And you found like so many of these kids that went through it with me are broken. Yeah. Like identity crisis, transsexuals, gay, like all of these things that I'm sure, they probably had the conflict within them from very young. But I think, I don't deny the fact that, when it's so repressed, it pushes it out more intensely when the time comes. So now instead of them just naturally going about their life as this different person, it took it to another level because it was being repressed. It's like a rubber band. You push it back. When you release it, it goes, all the way out. So really interesting to see how, like, at least the church I was a part of, how much it changed people and how much it negatively impacted them. Because these kids were forced. I was forced to go to church 3 times a week. It was Sunday, Friday, Wednesday, and then also like my entire summer spent at Bible camp. Like, things like that are going to happen when you repress somebody so much as a child. So,
what did you learn at Bible camp, John?
What did I learn at Bible camp?
You learned some solid fundamentals.
Oh man, like,
is that where the Red Bull addiction started?
I'm sure it didn't help. But honestly, what I do like about the church is that, like, like the sense of giving, like staying, relatively modest, and like with certain things, humility, like all of those things originate from that. So like as a person, like I think I hold on to a lot of that stuff. But in terms of like, did it keep me away from the things they were worried about? No, it only intensified that. But in terms of like the values of the humans, I'm sure those things do stay.
Yeah, to your point, John, like that's like, if you think about council culture, and I have to be careful about how I speak of, the church. Now, every church is not the same,
right.
But it's comprised of so many different types of people, which are broken people, which are people who are undone, people who are imperfect, people who can take the Bible and twist it and kind of, make money off of it, monetize it, or control people with it. You have a myriad of people who are part of that group. And so a lot of times we can think of the church or religion, I hate that word, as monolithic, and that whatever our experience is, everyone who is quote unquote in that becomes monolithic to that experience. And they're seen through that lens. And, if you think about like a lot of what we've been talking about in the area of authenticity, the fear of being counseled. But let's just be honest, counsel culture started in the church. It's like, oh, you do that, you're wanton, you're reprobate, or you thought that, these are real things. And so you had so much suppression of what you really were, what you were really thinking, or what you really felt. And, people thought that they couldn't, instead of going in the church to kind of talk with an elder and counsel, people said, I'm going to go outside because at least I'll find acceptance. And sometimes that acceptance took you down some really dark alleys, but people gave their own definition of this is what is good based on my interpretation. And so the thing about it, if you think about, I don't know what audience I'm speaking to, the gospel as a whole is a lot of it is a false gospel out there. They say, oh, you just say this prayer. We want to get you in line. Come fill the stadium up, say this prayer because we want this many decisions. But a lot of people don't know what decision they're making. And they bought into something. And when their feelings or temptations or whatever like that, or their money or their status didn't change, and it's like, I'm out, because they never heard the real gospel. There's a narrow way. There's not a way that many people walk. People may not like you. You may not be fully prosperous. When I look at Hebrews 11, I look at a very mixed crowd. It says some leaped over walls and then some were eaten by lions. I'm kind of not shooting in the wind here, but it's like, no one preaches that mixed part of there is highs and lows. There is both small and great in a sense, and when we don't get what we want because we prayed for something that we wanted, instead of thinking, okay, I'm receiving what I need to save me from where I could be going. I mean, this goes so many different ways. We buy into that false gospel and then we enter into this religious system and are told to keep all of these rules, and we're given stuff to do. We're never told how to come into a state of being. Being is what brings you into the place where you can give real grace and real peace and be authentic and show kindness and do good deeds for the sake of others and not yourself. Doing, it's like, I just got to do it. Why? Because I said so. It's like, well, I don't even know why I'm doing it. It's like, don't even question. It's like the whole thing of don't question God. I remember hearing that. It's like, until I read my Bible for myself and understood it, questioning God is throughout the whole Bible. It's like you hear these, and these words sound really strong and they sound pious. Don't question God. And so you even have a bunch of people hear the words walk by faith, but that hasn't even been defined. And all of these rules that come down from, oh, you need to be celibate, you need to keep yourself from this. And so we know within certain sects of Christianity, there's some little boys who aren't so safe because that person actually needs to be married. they probably need to be knocking some boots. I'm just gonna be real. So, you know, I'm just let's keep a stat. And so when people say I don't like religion, I'm like, I'm right with you. I don't like religion either. There's a scripture in Romans that says the letter kills, but the spirit gives life. When you walk in the spirit, you come into a state of being. When you walk in religion, one, you're gonna kill yourself, and then after that, you're gonna start killing other people. Because hurt people. And worn out, burned out, stretched like a rubber band people, they do that to other people. We typically tend to give out what we're taking in.
Luke?
Okay, ready? You want to know why I don't like Christianity anymore? It's because no matter how religious or non-religious you are, you still always have an agenda. Because I know the Bible, and I know at the end of the day, if you buy into Jesus, you buy into the Bible, then you believe in a heaven and a hell, and you think that all roads to heaven, it's only through Jesus. So no matter how non-religious or open-minded or whatever, which is all great, at the end of the day, you still have the same agenda as a religious person, which is, I believe my way is right and the way is Jesus. And so for me, I think the hardest thing for me growing up was I'm all about no agenda. For me, everything I do is no agenda. I post with no agenda. I really don't care about my followers. I honestly don't. Everything I do is, to a fault, is I don't have an agenda. I mean, I don't know why I'm in the UK right now. I'm pissed off that I'm here. The mechanics suck. Everything's bugging me. And like everything, that's just how I'm very agendaless. And with Christianity, that's my struggle is now, especially like having been grown up in it, having a close relationship with God and then walking away from it. And it's just, I can never tell. It's like, you know, and especially the new hip thing is to say like, I'm not religious, but the language is different. But at the end of the day, it's still like, well, but there's still an agenda of conversion. There's still like, I believe that there's one way to heaven and it's my way. And so it's really hard to like have that heart to heart authentic connection without that conversion agenda in the back. Not saying that you can't, I just haven't personally experienced that as of yet. So I think for me, without getting too deep or, you know, going too much further this time, because I think I need to, you know, do a little homework so I can come back and me and Jahmaal can go at it next time.
Here's what I will say.
That's
like,
my quick answer this time.
And beautiful. And it's like, I get it. Here's the thing. There is one thing that like kind of gets me and why I will defend them, right? Like, you know, the people sometimes in the church and sometimes not. And they are the people that are so at peace with themselves, with their lives, with everything, right? They're so at peace. Like, I have chemical dependencies. I have insecurities. I have issues with feeling loved, feeling important, right? And that drives a lot of the reason why I could consider myself successful. But I still very much, even all things considered, you know, I live in a beautiful house and I have all these things and I'm living like a dream job, essentially. I feel very unfulfilled, right? I still wake up every morning feeling empty. And when you talk to some of these people that are very spiritual, they don't always have a lot, but they are so fulfilled. And they find so much of their strength, their power, their happiness from God, Jesus, you know, and all of its iterations, you know. And I'm very jealous of that because those people that can have so much peace, you know, maybe that's the point, you know, and other people notice it, right? Other people see that this individual is so at peace with themselves. I look at Jahmaal. Like, Jahmaal seems to really know who he is and be at peace from my perspective, right? So it's not always that they have an agenda, because some of these people, honestly, they have this inner peace and it attracts other people, and they want to know the secret to this individual's peace and the fact that they're always in great spirits. And it's like, okay, I want that. I don't know what the hell you're doing. I don't know what you're smoking. And then they say, dude, Jesus, hello. And then it's like, that's the answer. And it's like, okay, cool. I think it really depends on the individual's intent. Manipulative people put in a church are going to manipulate people to get baptized, you know, but a person that does not have the intent to manipulate will not manipulate. It's just them being themselves. Makes them very attractive. So I really do think it depends on the individual.
Answer this question quick, John, because it's been asked like 10 times in the comments again. Do you think you have found your purpose? I've got about like 5-10 minutes, and then I got a jet too. Just so you
Yeah,
know.
me too. Do I think I found my purpose? Yes, yeah, I do. I like somebody within the company had asked me that. It's like, well, what are your ambitions? Do you want to go back to wrestling? Do you want to be on television? Do you want to do this, that? I'm like, no, I want to stay on LinkedIn. Like that, this is actually the place I feel like I was supposed to be. I don't have any ambitions of trying to build a following on a different platform. I want to be here. I want to be here with you guys, and that's my only goal, is to make the presence that I have here as beneficial to others as possible, and yeah, ride it out. But I'm having a lot of fun right here where I am right now.
That's an awesome answer.
Good answer.
I gotta get ready to go too, but I'm thinking about. I want to backtrack to something that you said on the heels of what Luke said. Luke, bro, thank you for sharing what you shared, man. Just keeping it real, and I appreciate that. And it's it's so funny that you say that. I thought about like just many years when I first started as a counselor, and like as a new counselor, you want all the same caseload. You want like this prototype of a person because you can keep saying the same thing over and over again. When you get people from 18 all the way to latter 50s, divorced, I think I want to be a woman, everything in between, sleeping in mom's basement, you know, you just name it, all shades of the rainbow. It's just like, okay, it taught me how to. This is why I don't have a program, you know, when I do my coaching and everything like that, because it's like one size doesn't fit all. I'm working with all sorts of different people, and what was a nightmare actually prepared me to become who I am. But also from a conversion standpoint, like I loved leaving, going out on the streets of like Williamstown, Kentucky. And when they say the world is a ghetto, the world is a ghetto. I was like, oh, this joint is straight hood, except everybody's just light skinned. You know what I mean? And just talking to these people who didn't believe anything I believe, just these skater people with their pants sagging and chucks on, tatted all up, you know, with earrings everywhere, just asking, so like, why do you believe this is Jesus, dude? You know, and I'm like, I wouldn't even talk to them. I would just talk to them like right where they were, like with no motive of I have to convert them, because their conversion is not my responsibility. There's a scripture that says one plants the seed, another waters, but God gives the increase. And however that happens, it happens. I let people be who they are, you know, and even have, I think a lot of times in Christianity, it's like this invalidation of a person's trouble, of their pain, of what they've seen and what they've been through. And it's like, oh, but you got to believe in Jesus, and it's Christmas time, so you got to believe in Jesus, and not happy holidays, but Merry Christmas, because I believe in Jesus. And it's just like, hey, bro, it's like, do they really want what you have? You know? And at the end of the day, does anybody want whatever? If you believe in Jesus, Buddha, Allah, whatever, if you come at me like that, I don't want what you have. You know what I'm saying? I really don't, because you're trying to force something on me, and it's not, even if it was organic or not organic, even if you're the best well-versed person, if you can talk me into it, someone else can talk me out of it. You know, so much like you, I don't have an agenda either. All I know is when I pray, hopefully through my content, I'm breathing out spirit. And however that catches, and whoever catches, he who has an ear, let him hear. And who doesn't, man, I'm still gonna love you anyway. Because if I go overseas and I go live with a whole Muslim family as like an exchange student, whatever like that, I'm not there to like leave the Bible on the table, like, oh, hopefully they'll read it or whatever like that. I'm there just to love them, man. I'm there just to. So
let's toss it back at Luke. Like let's throw Luke.
I'm actually ready too.
Let's throw Luke a curveball. Luke, do you believe that right now Jahmaal has an agenda?
Be on the show or talking about?
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, for sure.
Like a religious agenda.
Oh. For me personally, like one-on-one, no.
Maybe for like the group, because like you and I, despite being quite spiritual ourselves, we've never gone there.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we did a little bit on our 24 hours, but
a little bit. We touched on it for a second.
Here's the thing, though. I think I'll clarify by agenda. The thing that my belief is, like, I can go into scripture, and the hard thing is that scripture also tells you to go into the world, make disciples, and preach to all the nations, and that's like a commandment to, as a Christian, to go do that.
Yes, it's the original MLM scheme.
Yeah, it's true. That's a good one.
That was quick. Oh, I love it.
You've been waiting on that one, haven't you?
No, I swear to God, I swear to Jesus, I made it up right now. I really did.
That was so quick.
That should just be the end of the show right there. Let's just
mic drop.
I don't even care what I was saying. That was better than what I was gonna say. I don't remember, man. What's the comment saying? So I got like 5 minutes and I gotta go. Let's see what they're saying. Why would he have an agenda? Okay, yeah, that's right. So I have to answer that because that's not fair to leave that hanging. So I think it's more, like as a Christian, from my study of scripture and the Bible and my own experience, I just think it's hard from what I read to like operate as the faith commands, to not have that and always in the back of your mind, whether you're actively going, I'm just here to love people. Because of course, every church says that, every pastor says that, every preacher says, I'm just here to love you. That's it. And then you have to see if they actually are. But because of the scripture and because of what it commands and what it says, I think for me, it's hard to know that, well, yeah, that you might be saying that and you might be a good dude, because there's plenty of good dudes that are Christians, obviously. My upbringing is Christian. I'm still, not fully sure at the moment. But I guess it's just hard for me to accept because of my study of the scripture that like that's still your agenda, right? It's still, you still believe that people that believe in Jesus go to heaven, and even though I were to love someone that doesn't believe, I still believe they're going to go rot in hell for eternity. So when I'm approaching them, to me that in the back of my mind, I have to care that, man, you're going to go frickin' burn, and like every action I do to you has to be more intentional. I have to like be on my best because, I think you're going to rot for eternity. And so I don't know. I just think it's a deep thing, and it's not like, oh, I'm here and I have this agenda and I'm like thinking of how this conversation can turn into a conversion thing, because there are Christians like that. I'm not saying that at all. Jahmaal's a better dude than that. I think it's more just my issue with the faith as a whole and my understanding of scripture, knowing is it possible to be a Christian in the modern era and just go, I believe in God, but I don't care what you believe. I'm fine with it. I'd like the answer to be yes, but I think it's hard for me to accept the answer is yes from my understanding of the faith.
I think that it's something that's so deeply ingrained in us that we give it way more importance than it really needs to be, because it kind of goes back to what we were saying about Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. I can have a conversation with you and I could vehemently say Star Wars is so much better than Lord of the Rings, but that will not compromise our friendship, right? It's like we can respect the fact that we like different things, but when it comes to religion, for whatever reason, all of a sudden now it's like politics, right? Those are the topics they say do not talk about. Why can't we look at it like, for me, Star Wars, and I'm being very careful with this, Star Wars could be as much of a religion for somebody as
yeah, don't make fun of Lord of the Rings, man.
Like the fact that all of it like revolves around a ring, that sounds like super petty, but that's just me, right? So but and maybe it has like something to do with like the third divorce. Like at this point, anything that is in this shape or looks like a ring just sounds like I'm going to be paying a lot of money, so I'd prefer to just avoid it altogether, right? So despite like that angle, it's the same way that people can get so passionate about Star Wars and it could be like a religion for them. Like, can't we all treat religion the same way? That it's like people can have their beliefs, but that doesn't mean I'm going to hate you. That doesn't mean I'm not going to treat you any different, especially because Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, they're both epics. They're trilogies. They're similar. Can't we just be the same about it? I don't know. For whatever reason.
But I guess I think my retort, and then I'll let Jahmaal jump in. I think my retort would be, like when you really believe something, right? Like when I was like fully, I guess, on fire as the terms go, like I was all in. Like I was the weirdo, like on the subways preaching and praying for healing and interpreting dreams. And like I saw some wild stories and stuff that I don't doubt was real in some way I can't explain. But like I was all in. And like to me, it was every moment that I'm not embodying this is a moment that some homeless guy who's gonna overdose is gonna go to hell, and if I can make a difference in his life, then I'm gonna save him. Obviously Jesus is, but I'm gonna do everything I can to do what I can to save as many souls as possible, because I believed it was true. And so I think that's where my depth of thought comes in everything, especially religion, is, well, if I believe it, it's not that I can't be friends with someone, because like Jahmaal and like lots of other awesome people here that believe in God. They're awesome people. They're kind and they treat people equally. It's not about that, but it's like, I guess, peeling back and going deeper into beyond what you see, or just, the kindness of everyday life, I guess, is what I'm talking about. Like what you actually believe, right? Because if you actually believe it, then that matters to you, I would think. So I guess that's what I'm wrestling with is it possible to say, be a Christian or even, be a Muslim, and like I've studied those scriptures too, I know what they say, and like, is it possible to be a moderate when you're religious? I guess is a deeper question that I don't know. What do you think about that, Jahmaal? Everything I've gone off, ranted a lot here. What are your thoughts?
That's all good, man. It definitely is moderate. That's a strange word to use, but yeah, it depends on to the extent of how you want to carry that out. You know, when I think about like what you said you were when you were a lot younger and everything like that, I've been around those types, man. And I remember, you know, being especially in my young 20s, comparing myself with those types, like wondering, why am I not like Christian like they're Christian? Am I ashamed of my faith? Like if someone like jumped on a box and I literally seen this happen and just start preaching, like I thought that was like so embarrassing. I was always the type of guy like would walk up to a person and just kind of be looking like, what the fudge is this dude talking about? Like, hey, what do you think about what he's saying? I've just always kind of been the one-on-one type, just like if there is like, let's say a female lion who chases like a herd and like they all scatter and then one of them jumps out and like snags. I'm the one that jumps out to like snag the one, like, I got you now. Because the herd's running. I'm like that one-on-one. And so I had to remember stop comparing myself with other people and how they do life and how they do Christianity. So it depends on whether a person's Buddhist, Muslim, Christian, whatever, how are they doing life and how are they pursuing it? And what is connected to their core value? You know, like, I don't think it's my business to go out and convert everybody, because conversion is not my responsibility. You know, there's a scripture in Ephesians that says God gives a spirit of wisdom and revelation. I can't open another man's eyes. I wear myself out trying to do that. You know, I can plant the seed of what I believe to be true and just trust that throughout the journey of life, where the twists and turns of life take him through, you know, God will show him. But you have too many people trying to show other people, and then they end up doing more damage than good. And so that's just the point of where I come from, you know, because no one could show me, you know, and I'm not pitching going back to watch the show, but you'll see like how I questioned everything about my faith and even wanted to be an atheist and gave a lot of fingers to, I don't want to say Christianity, but to God, because of what I watched my father die in front of me. You know, I may look like I'm 12, but I don't look like what I've been through. You know, I tell people, don't let the long eyelashes fool you. Don't get fooled for too late. So there's a lot of things that when you were writing and said, I've seen some stuff, you know, people don't even know what I've seen in the dark alleys I've been down. And half the people on here ain't boss enough to challenge me on where I've been at. And so all those things actually took my faith deeper and my roots deeper because of what I've seen and because of even all the death and trial. Like a lot of times people can't even reconcile the goodness of God or the existence of God with human suffering. That's been a hard thing for me to reconcile. And so to sit here and just act like I don't have inner rakings and questions myself, that would be very disingenuous and untrue. So for me, and I'm just trying to give you a fair, open, and honest answer. I'm not here to kind of fake it like, as soon as you say this prayer, you can fly. That's a false gospel, man. Forget that. Yeah. And that leads to religion. I'm definitely not down with that. So I can say I'm not religious and I hate religion, and I mean it. With everything in me, with everything inside and I may tick some religious or quote unquote people off, you know? Like I said when I was on the live with Gabe, man, if you hit the unfollow button, if I just had one follower, that's one person that I get to serve. I'll be humbled. I hold this really lightly. And maybe that's why God just keeps giving more and more, because it's just like, it's not the end of the world for me.
Yeah, God must have broken mine, because it's like he keeps giving me more and more, and I couldn't handle the one when I had it. So yeah, but anyways, to finish the point, really quick, Luke, we'll close it off here. Last thing. All right. I want to kind of call you out. So like your example, like when you were like preaching in front of the people probably thought that was kind of strange, you know, but it goes to my belief that I do not believe there's such a thing as like somebody that's actually a fan of football. I don't care. Like I try to watch it. I've tried to watch it for decades. I don't understand how anybody is actually a football fan that can actually watch football a whole game all the way through. I don't believe it is. I think it's because it's popular and, you know, like you grew up and everybody else was doing it. So to go back to the whole religious zealot thing, like, you know, playing your banjo, trying to like convert people with like a cardboard sign on the side of the street. If everybody was standing next to you doing the same thing, you would be the weird one, not subscribing to these beliefs. You know, if there was a football audience, like a stadium full of people doing all the same thing, praise Jesus, you'd be the weird one not doing that. So then I do believe that when I see that person, you know, speaking their truth, like that is somebody that's like, they're not afraid of anything, but at the same time they're afraid of the higher power, right? So it's like the ultimate power and the least power all in one. And but yeah, like those people, man, if everybody else was doing it, we'd be doing it too, and we wouldn't be judging them. So
wait, summarize that. I didn't understand how you called me out there, though. I liked what you were saying, but how are you calling me out?
it kind of goes back to the whole thing about it's all good. It's the group mentality, right? It's like groupthink. Like, I do not believe somebody is actually a football fan. I believe that it's because it's popular that people like football. They say, like, they go to the games, they tailgate. It's not really about the football game itself. It's about the experience. It's about the camaraderie. It's about all the people that are together.
You're going to be so disappointed by my answer.
What's that?
See, I'm a Canadian. I grew up playing hockey. Nobody likes the NFL where I'm from. I was literally the only
But
NFL
aren't you,
fan.
like, aren't you inherently
Everyone loved the
rebellious?
CFL.
You're
Yeah,
inherently
well,
rebellious.
That's what I'm going with. It's rebellion. Everyone's a CFL fan in Canada and a hockey fan. You heard of the CFL?
The CFL, and I'm sorry, I hope I don't hurt anybody's feelings. CFL is like the WNBA.
Yes. Almost, actually, it's worse.
You think so?
Yes. Well,
I hope they're getting
they're
paid
both
better
no
in
good
the
to watch.
WNBA than they are in CFL.
So wait. So was your calling me out just saying that I actually do want to be popular? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe like with the football angle. More so the fact that like
Okay.
I don't actually believe there's such a thing as a football fan, and you claim to be one. I don't see how anybody could actually enjoy football. I've tried so hard, and like I don't think it's possible.
It's okay. At least you've tried.
Yeah, no.
What are you into then? What are you?
Oh,
you
I don't
watch
know.
any?
Professional wrestling. I did it for like 10 years. Like, do you even
Do you
know
still
me?
watch? Do you still
No,
watch?
I
still?
don't watch anymore. No.
So there you go. What are you into?
I don't know. I guess like spending my Friday nights with you guys.
Yeah.
I guess like that's a
Travis.
hobby. But anyways, we'll cut it. I gotta go, guys.
Okay, John.
Take care, buddies.
I guess we're friends again.
I guess so.
I guess they're cool. I guess. And then there were two. No, we went well over time, but absolutely worth it. Y'all were dropping
Seems like there's
some
still a chat there.
heat. Yeah, there was a decent amount on both ends. A little bit of a drop off here as we got into sports, but other than that, it was people glued to the comments, getting fired up both on LinkedIn and Twitch.
Did we
Amazing.
miss anything? Did we miss any comments?
A few questions from
Ginger
Tommy.
Bunny keeps asking something.
I think he just wanted to know what would John do without LinkedIn. He snuck out of here before that one, Tommy. But
We'll never
I
know.
think he's in a position. I don't think he literally needs that.
Yeah,
to
I don't
work
think
out.
So either.
But
Looks like he's the only one that asks questions anymore. Everyone else is, this is
everybody else
Religion,
was
let's
here
get
for
outta
the
here.
the fire. No, yeah, you guys are more than welcome. To hop
Yeah,
out.
I think
We'll carry on
Let's
to
go,
the
Travis.
after party.
Do you want to wrap it up? I'm like, I just all of a sudden got tired.
Yep. Please do. If you guys have any final shout outs here to the chat here, please take them. Otherwise, your duty is relieved.
Thank you everybody for coming, man. I appreciate the
Yeah.
support. And I'll jump on later to return all those comments. I was trying to just stay in the moment tonight and just kind of figure out, not even figure out, man, just really rap with these awesome people. So
You rocked it,
I
man.
want to honor everybody in the comments.
Thanks for hanging, Jahmaal.
Yeah, same here, bro. Anytime, I
Amazing.
got.
Oh yeah.
We will be in touch. Both of y'all have a great weekend. We'll be hanging out in the Discord a little bit later. If you're up, Luke is going to bed, I'm hoping.
Yep.
Probably Jamal's probably in the same boat. But any troopers out there, please do hop in our Discord. Thank you for joining our first ever Jahmaal Luke John experience. Take care, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Another episode of Feel Good Friday wrapped up. Enrique, thank you for dropping the cheers. I see you, brother. Teresa, thank you for dropping the cheers. Ginger Badger, the VIP of the night. Tommy, thank you so much, man. Deeply appreciate your presence and support in all of the ways. We are going to hop over into the Discord. So anybody that's still trooping with us, we are going to be hanging in the Discord, playing some games later tonight, maybe fire up a video room. Thank you to everybody here. I owe so many shout outs to these brilliant people. Let me turn this down here for a sec as we approach the final couple minutes here. Thank you guys. I see Ginger Badger all over these notifications. Silver Fox, DJ, thank you so much for cheering and supporting throughout the night. I see you. I feel your love over on Twitch. Teresa, same to you as well. Much appreciated. Enrique Vipers with the multi cheers. And again, more Tommy. Jackie Curley, thank you if you're still hanging here with us. Adi Fernandez, waking up at 4 a.m. for this one. Thank you, sir. Absolutely amazing. Tamara over on LinkedIn, appreciate you hanging with us tonight. Thank you. Dr. Stacy, Dana Fellows, Robert is also with us. Good Lord. Thank you guys so much. That's it. That's all she wrote, folks. So thank you guys so much for joining, and welcome to, I guess this is the end. This is no longer a welcome. Opposite of a welcome. If you want to keep things rolling, please do join our Discord community where we play games, all kinds of fun stuff in the after hours. Anybody that's just hopping in now, we have officially ended. This is the end of the line here of our show, and that's it. I'm just dropping a few more links here, and anybody that would like to participate, please let us know. When you hop in the Discord, we'll get things rocking and rolling. But as of right now, that is the end of the line. This has been another episode of Feel Good Friday. Thank you for joining us as we wrap things up. Tonight's episode was powered by Restream. If you are curious about streaming, please reach out to myself or just hop in the description of this video and there should be a link to get started if you're curious about streaming. It's been an absolute game changer for me and my life, my business, being able to connect with you guys in a way I didn't even realize was possible. Super shout out again to Tommy. Amazing support. Appreciate you, brother. Enrique as well. Thank you so much. That is the end of the line, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining Feel Good Friday. Have a good weekend. Thank you to Restream for powering this show. Gotta love it.